So I started off with Old Smoky whiskey. Honestly, I'm not a whiskey drinker at all. Absolutely can't stand it. Until I ended up with Old Smoky. The first one I tried was salted caramel. And I could not believe that somebody actually made a whiskey that was so smooth that didn't just have that redneck, no offense, kick you with the cowboy boot in the ass flavor. You know what I mean? Like all whiskeys always seem to taste the same. I don't care. You can mask the bottle, whatever brand you want. Someone gave me a glass of Old Smoky salted caramel, and I was hooked. And from that point on, I've tried all their flavors. The only one I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of is, excuse me, is pecan, and just because I don't like pecans. So that's where I ended up with the Old Smoky whiskey. It's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, go out and buy you a bottle of your drinker. You will not regret it. And welcome back to the Lambodiaries. Today we are here with two good friends of mine, Jen and Ferlan, and they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves, and we're going to discuss fitness today. So, Ferlan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, just put me on the spot. Hi,
Immediately.
My name is Ferlan Bailey. I'm originally from the island of Grenada. I moved to this great country in 1986. I've always been in love with fitness. The first time I actually what the fuck? I thought I turned it off.
It's okay. You'll have that from time to time.
We're keeping that in. What? Are you serious?
1,000,000%. Yes.
Hey, bro, I'll call you back. I just started a podcast. Love you.
Only Ferlan.
Bye.
And my brother, we will not edit this out.
I turned Instagram volume down, but I thought I turned my volume.
People to know it's 100% real.
Some blooper reel.
It just stays. We roll with it. Fuck it. It's real.
This
and
nigga owes me money. Oh, sorry.
I didn't say that. I didn't drop that bomb.
I can start it over.
Cancel this.
No,
we're not starting over. We're not starting over. You moved here from.
All right. So where you want me to take it up from?
Right there where I said.
Yeah. So my phone rang as we were talking.
Yeah.
I moved to this great land from the island of Grenada, 1986. My mom came ahead. My mom left the island when I was 5 years old, and she came to America for a better life, to go to school, to go to culinary school. She ended up working in Manhattan for a Wall Street multimillionaire.
Nice.
So every summer she had the means to send for me. So every summer I would come to America and I would stay with her. So she lived in Brooklyn, and I would come stay with her for a few weeks, and then Manhattan. So when I went back home, I fell in love with American life like instantly. And she would send me VHS, right?
Nice.
That's how old I am.
Hey, listen, I'm right there with you.
She sent me VHS. So the 3 VHS she sent me was a TV show with Lee Majors called The Fall Guy.
Okay.
Starsky and Hutch. That's why I'm in the Cars.
Okay.
And The Incredible Hulk.
Can't go wrong.
Listen.
Great combination.
So yeah, and Starsky and Hutch, even though they were cops, they were smooth. I mean, smooth as silk, and they had the Gran Torino. And I didn't know what the Gran Torino was. I wanted that car. And then my mom actually got me the toy car. She sent to me, right? The Fall Guy, Lee Majors, good-looking guy, all the beautiful Hollywood women, and then The Incredible Hulk. Well, I'm telling you about all these 3. I always said, when I come to America, I go date white women, I go lift weights, I'm going to have a fast car. I've accomplished all 3 over the years.
And I tell people every day, die with memories, not dreams. You dreamed of that, and you made that shit a memory. Can't no one ever take that away from you.
Yeah. So that was my story about fitness. I saw The Incredible Hulk, and I was like, man, I have to get big like that. So I would do pull-ups on the trees back in the islands, and I was heavy into martial arts too.
Right.
A karate theater, all the shows. So I jump out of trees. My daughter Miyoshi and I were just talking about it the other day. I jump out of trees, thought I was a ninja.
It still does. He still jumps out of the trees. I bet you
Listen.
right now in his backyard, there's a tree that's got claw marks going up from his big ass jumping out of the tree.
Hey, So yeah, so when I finally moved here in 1986, my uncle Gregory, who they came here around the same time too, he got the paint cans, the 1 gallon paint cans.
Yeah.
He cemented it and put a pole, and your boy was out there doing the curls and and that
Okay.
was my first like weight set. And over the years I started reading bodybuilding magazines and stuff like that. And yeah, and that was my start. The Incredible Hulk, the television show, was my introduction into what muscle and trying to learn about fitness.
The funny thing about you talking about the Incredible Hulk, I just had this conversation the other day with somebody about the TV show.
By the way, this whiskey is great. I'm not a drinker, but this whiskey is
It's freaking amazing.
great. So,
Old Smoky, hook me up.
it tastes like cookies.
It's the cookie dough. So I was literally telling somebody I used to cry at the end of every episode. And it was like, wow, was you sad that it went off? And I was like, no, he didn't have no friends. Because you remember how it went off?
Yeah.
David Banner, he would walk off by himself down the street with his little backpack. And as a kid, I was like 4 years old, and I would start crying. My mom would be like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "You don't have no friends. He's got nowhere to go. He's homeless."
You want to hear something creepy? I have that song on my playlist. I swear. Sometimes when I'm driving and I'm having one of those days, and
Right.
and I have bling, 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 he's walking along the
But I have
highway.
a question.
What?
Does it enrage you or does it soothe you?
It makes me feel kind of sad, but to keep pushing through, and it's me against the world.
It's like a huddling experience.
Like you said, it's him against the world. Like he had no
Yeah.
friends. So I listen to that, and it doesn't put me in a rage or anything. It's when I'm trying to when things seem like stressful or down, and I'm trying to motivate myself.
Mhm.
I listen to that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, damn. Who knew that would come up?
So, and what got you into this lifestyle?
Well, you really want the truth?
1,000,000%.
I got tired of being called fat.
Well, that is a good
By my-
motivator,
And it was always by my significant other.
and
I-
that is horrible.
Yeah, I always tried my best, to lose weight on my own and do things. And I was, I had both my kids young, and I'm not from the island of Grenada, by the way. So just make sure we put that out there.
Where are you from?
You don't even know.
No,
So I'm German, but I'm not from Germany. My mother is. But no,
Scheiße.
I moved to Florida from Maryland when I was 8 years old. So I
Okay.
guess I kind of call myself a Floridian. Not very proud of it, but hey,
Right.
because we're the dick of the country. But anyhow, but no,
the country.
so I got married when I was 16 years old. Had my first son. I have 2 boys, and through the years I would fumble through stuff and go through thick phases. And my ex-husband was very very hard on me about my weight and always joked with his family and stuff like that. So I finally just started to grow sick of it. So I would starve myself and not eat for days, and I got skinny fat. And then I went and because I had very big babies, I had the mommy makeover done. And I was like, oh, wow. The doctor's like, well, it's very hard to gain weight after that, And I was like, oh, well, free card to eat. So I actually gained weight back after that.
Mm.
So I decided to join this little fit body boot camp local here. And I found myself doing 3 classes back to back every morning, every day that they were open. I was addicted. So the girl who taught the class, I actually was so addicted, I actually ripped the large battle ropes out of the wall. Yeah, I was, because I've always been very strong. I played soccer for 11 years. So I've always been very strong. My brother lifted weights. So I always played around with that stuff, but never got really serious about it. So the girl that taught the class, she was competing in a bodybuilding show in bikini. And I went, and my boyfriend at the time was like, the physique girls came out. He's like, wow, you should do that. I was like, oh, never. I was like, because I wasn't confident enough to get up there and do what they did. So 2 weeks later, I was in her coach's studio here in Altamont, and I signed up 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. I dieted all through the holidays, and I did my first show May of 2016, and I've been at it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so-
It's I was actually having a conversation this morning about what gets people into the gym.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a breakup. Sometimes it's just you finally wake up from a depression state and someone tells you, hey, won't you go to the gym and work out? Make yourself feel better. Take your anger out on that.
Best therapy there is.
Oh yeah.
Listen, psychological warfare, like the shirt says, it is a
Hey,
mind game,
yeah.
and it's iron therapy. And that's why I say that, because you get in there, you grab a hold of
Cheers
that
to that.
iron. Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
the thing that makes me mad about society and fitness, because we're a very bodybuilders are a very small percentage of the world. Professional bodybuilders are even smaller portion.
Yes.
You know, people all the time ask us, they're like, oh, you know, I don't know how y'all do it. I just don't have the time. I don't know two people busier than you and I. Honest to God, you and I are always on the run, always on the go, working, hustling. And I always tell, especially women, I'm always like, how many hours in a day? And they're like 24. I'm like, fucking A, pick one for you.
Right.
Pick one for you and be selfish.
Mhm.
And do something for yourself.
I catch myself slacking off every now and then. Yesterday I worked from 6:30 in the morning until 10 something at night. I was exhausted.
Yeah, but you go hard the majority. If you miss
My
if you
job
miss
is
2 or
a
3 days
very
here and
physical
there,
job.
Right.
So it's like, I'm like, I'll make that excuse for myself. But when I catch myself missing a day when I could have, I'm hard on myself
yeah.
because I realize there's people out there. Like I seen a picture on Instagram. You brought up Instagram.
Yeah.
Guy had 2 prosthetic arms from like his elbows down. The dude was jacked. I'm starting to think, I have zero excuses.
Zero excuses,
This man
man.
has no hands.
Zero excuses.
You can't tell me that I need an excuse. And then when you look at it from an outside perspective, there's people out there with no legs that are training. What's your excuse? There's people out there with real disabilities. What's your fucking
And
excuse?
I work with I'm not gonna say her name, but a single mom. She has 2 jobs, and she still finds an hour and a half for herself
Same.
in between.
And
you
that's
know?
and I applaud her
to
for that
hit the gym. Yeah,
because
and
a
I'm
lot of
like,
people
man,
won't do that,
it's like,
and that's amazing.
yeah, like, but it is, and sometimes when you see someone in a gym who looks like they don't want to be there, or they're just there because they want to try to be there, but they don't want to be there because they feel like they're gonna be ridiculed.
Mhm.
I compel myself to walk over to these people. It's only backfired on me one time when the person didn't look like they wanted my help, and I don't want any money from it.
Right.
I'll walk over and just say something simple. I'm like, man, I know this stuff is killing me, right? Just to make them feel like, hey, you're part of this community. You're welcome. Yeah. And I said this to a lady. I was on the other side of town one morning. Sometimes the wind will just take me if I have like a couple hours in the morning. So I drove across town, went to this gym, and there's a lady doing leg press, and she's in a dress and tennis shoes, overweight, and she's kind of like she's doing a press. Every press, she's just looking around. And I was on the CD cab machine next to her, and I'm like, I don't want
Cab machine.
I was like, I don't want to like come off as a creep because people might think, oh, a guy talking,
especially nowadays.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So I didn't even like move from the machine. I was like, you are killing it. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. I said, trust me. I said, it is not easy. I said, in being in here, I said, if you ever see me in here, I'm not in here much. If you ever see me, ask me all the questions you want. She goes, oh my God, thank you. She goes, am I doing this right? We spoke for maybe 2 minutes.
Right.
I went back to that gym just coincidentally, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 later. And she's just like, and I was like, hey, so I walked over. I'm like, how's it been? She goes, the day you spoke to me, it was my first time in the gym. I'm trying to make a fitness change because my doctor has me on all these meds. And she's like, I was like, what am I doing here? I'm wasting my time. She's like, and she's European. She goes, and this black angel said to me, you're killing it. And I'm like, oh, yeah. She said that gave her the motivation to stay in the gym. And she goes, I did what you tell me. I come in here, I just walk on the treadmill, I look at the stuff, I get warmed up, and then I go do the little weights. She goes, I still do the little cycle you told me. I'm like, well, let's change the cycle. So just something like that, man. You never know.
You changed
that made me feel like $1 million, bro.
You changed that woman's whole life.
So that's like,
had you not been a humble person and went out of your way to speak to her, she'd have probably quit that day and never walked back. But you made her feel welcome. And to me, I applaud you.
I just felt compelled.
And I thank you for doing that for her. And I don't know the lady. I'll probably never meet her, never see her.
No,
but I thank you for doing that for her. Because a lot of people won't do that. A lot of people are just about themselves. Like nowadays, like what like you said about afraid to address somebody, like nowadays.
Yeah.
My God, everybody's got a fucking camera and everybody thinks you're a creep and you're trying to look at them.
Yeah.
But the fact that you went above and beyond and was just kind, just kindness, that's amazing.
I looked over just to break the ice without the machine. I'm like, whoo,
Right.
And totally just making it up. Like, I was dying on it.
Right. But you changed her whole life by doing that.
But man, that's just how I would say it's how I was raised. But it's just who I am, and I saw the kindness that my grandfather like displayed for everyone, and my grandmother. And one thing I was always taught is treat everyone as if they were someone. That's it.
That's amazing.
That's it. That's just. She's seen me. We train together sometimes, and she's seen me cry in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
got
going through
getting
something.
chills. I helped a blind man in the gym. This guy was going through gym. It's so cruel how society can be. And it's talking about it's nothing with the fitness community. We all have to come together, man. It's just nobody like you see the bodybuilders who think they're, walking through the gym, think they're better than someone else, or, male and female.
Mhm.
And even though I'm a pro retired, that side of the industry disgusts me. Like, seriously. Like, oh, what's he doing here? He shouldn't be trying to lift that weight. What's he doing in the show? He looks so crappy out of shape. You don't know what his journey was. The guy could have
Right.
lost 200 pounds to get on the stage. He's an insult to the industry. No, he's actually boosting the industry. So it's just, and we were in the gym one day, we were doing chest, and I see this tall black gentleman, like, blind guy, and he hit in the trash can, excuse me. And people are sitting there just watching this guy, not doing anything. And I stopped the workout and I went over and I said, hey, my man, can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. So I ended up going back and forth. I guided him to the machine. He was lost in the gym. He's like, you sure it's not over here? I'm like, no, it's not. Da, da, da. And I said, so what I'm doing is if you can see what I'm doing, I said, I'm so sorry. Can't see. And he goes, I get that a lot. He was very joking about it.
Sure.
Right. So I set him on the machine. I said, you good? And I went back to doing the machine with her. And I was like, let me know when you're ready. And I just burst into tears.
Oh, yeah.
I burst into tears.
You're a big ass baby.
Shut up.
He just loves
Listen,
people. He loves
I've
people.
cried on this motherfucking show like 3 times already.
So, okay,
Listen,
then.
I'm a big ass.
And you're bigger than me, so
don't do that. Don't do that. You're over here in the
Please.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Look at your chest ready to fall out your shirt.
It's
Go tell me.
sure. So at the end, I'm helping. He goes, I only have 2 more, and then I'm gonna head to the front because he had a car waiting for him. So I said, you ready? And I put my hand up like he could freaking see me. He can't. I'm still.
Again,
So I'm walking up to the front, and he goes, thank you, my man. Taller guy, taller than me, just tall. And I said, man, this is what we're all here for each other. He goes, you would be surprised. He goes, people look at me like I have like a disease. And I said, what? And I walked into the front, handed him over to the gym staff lady who usually helps him get to his car. And I said to her, I was like, man, she goes, he wasn't always blind. A medication made him blind. So imagine that. So if you're born with that, that's all you know, and you can handle it.
right.
But for someone who who became blind, you'd want to give up on life.
Can you imagine?
This guy was so just, vibrant and making jokes and everything. And it just hurt my heart that the way people were just looking. He's hitting the machine and people are looking up at him like, yeah, listen. I'm not a fighter, but I wanted to beat a bitch's ass. Excuse me, not the language. I wanted to beat a mother.
No, you weren't. That's a bitch ass move.
The guy who was just sitting there looking up at him. I remember the guy looking up at him like, and he said, and I was like, this mother. Yeah. So
no, that's a bitch ass move from somebody, right?
But anyway, so I don't know.
No, it's good that you do that, and it's good that people know that there's people out there that don't think everyone in the gym is going to judge you, because not everyone's going to do
exactly. I never talked about it on Instagram. I need to make it known.
Right.
I she was there, and I talked to like a few people in my family about it, and it hit me so hard. Like I could not control my tears.
And no, that's a man, that makes you human.
Like,
that makes you a good man.
Don't tell anybody.
And there's very few good men out there. A lot of people wouldn't do what you did. And again, that's amazing that you.
I hope you're wrong. I hope
I wish I was. So, I wish I was. But the world we live in today, there's very few good men left. Everyone's so focused on how can I worry about myself and fuck everybody else. Now, and I seen that, like I used to go to, and I don't give a fuck, I'll call out everybody. I used to go to CF Fitness in Mount Dora.
Yeah.
And dude, I couldn't do it. I hated that fucking place. One, I'm loud.
Are you a grunter?
I like to slap. I like to slap myself. I like to slap myself. Shut myself. Yeah.
So what we're gathering here is you like it rough.
I like it a little rough. But the reason why I'm that way, I work out alone.
I got you.
I'm my own hype man.
You got to hype yourself up. Yeah, you got to be the hype.
So you ought to like literally.
Man,
I know my neighbors think I'm fucking absolutely batshit crazy, because all you can hear is I pretend to be Ronnie Coleman.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Like I'm in there lightweight, baby. And I'm there slapping the living dog shit out of myself. And I promise you
but you're out in the
this.
country, so your neighbors.
I have neighbors. I promise you, they don't like me. I mean, I'm in there.
Wait, yeah, Ghost at it again.
I'm in there like David Goggins screaming, "You don't know me, son!" And they're in there repping the fucking weight. Like this morning, I fucked around this morning. I was making some shirts today for the American Savage clothing line. I was making shirts. And then I had, then I was going to cook, but then my girl ended up cooking because I was fucking off making shirts. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I still got to work out. I said, because Ferlan's going to be there, and that son bitch is big, and I can't have him 5 times bigger than me. I got to get a little pump on before I get on the show.
Well, I wore the tight shirt to show
so,
the kids.
So I'm in there. I'm in the weight room. I'm screaming and yelling. I'm in there like, you don't know me, son. And my stepson, well, I call him my stepson, but it's my girlfriend's son. He walks in and he's like, who doesn't know you? And I'm all alone in there, and I got handprints all over my face. I'm slapping myself.
Father, do we have company?
And it's one of
start doing that. You don't know me, son?
It's one of those moments where it's like people don't understand. Like, at my best so far, I've benched 485 with no spot.
I heard you complain that you need more.
And I want more. I want 515. If I don't hit 515, I'm going to feel like a loser.
So if you don't hit 515, so whatever month we're in now, if you don't hit 515 in 5 months, just lose my number. Just
see what I'm saying? See what I'm fucking saying? And I eat at y'all's fucking place every goddamn morning. But like, I'm not allowed to come here and get breakfast no more.
I'm like, oh, this weak ass motherfucker.
You're gonna shove it the
Bro,
can't serve you.
You know what? After this, I'm putting your number in my Ghost 485 max.
That's fucked up.
Weak ass.
I posted one of my shirts the other day. I was standing out at St. Augustine on the fort, and it's one of my favorite shirts. It says "Little Mr. Fucking Sunshine" because I look like a fucking asshole 24/7. So there's not much sunshine about me.
No, you don't.
And it says I'm little. I got resting asshole.
No, you look like you belong to the Russian mob. Yeah. The first time I saw you at a car meet, that's how we met.
Yeah, that's how we met.
And he's walking by, and my son goes, "Oh, Dad, look at that." Like, what car? Goes, "No, that dude." And I'm like, "Oh, hey!" And he walks like, "Hey, guys."
The smile don't come out until I start laughing and carrying on.
That's what people used to tell me. My buddies, I got some like gangster hard friends, and they're like, "You know what, man? The first time we met, we wanted to fight you." Like the individual just said it over the years. And they're like, "Man, look at this 260 motherfucker." And you walk in like, "Hey, how are you? I'm Ferlan."
Do you ever run into anybody that literally walks up to you and the first thought they have is that they wouldn't, like when they meet you, they're like, "Man, I sure wouldn't want to fight you."
All the time.
And you know the first fucking thing I think is, why the fuck you wouldn't fight random strangers? What the fuck are you going through?
No,
you know what I man get it. Me as a woman,
I guarantee it.
I get that.
I guarantee it because listen, I've seen your pictures that y'all have hanging, and literally this morning my girlfriend was like, "What are you gonna do if you show up and she looks bigger than you?" I'm like, I'm gonna fucking go home and have to rep 7,000 fucking reps. I'm gonna die on that goddamn. No, listen, you are fucking ripped in the fucking pictures. You go hard, and I'm like, man. And again, I thought, you know what I do?
What?
You ever seen Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh my fuck.
No.
Oh my fuck.
I haven't seen it.
Let me tell you what. So there's a scene with a queen,
and I love stuff like that. I just never
watch the whole show. Just don't watch the final episode. Make your own ending up.
Okay.
Because they fucking ruined the whole goddamn. They ruined 8 years of my goddamn life.
8 years
in one episode. Yes. That's how long I watched this fucking show. Okay, so there's a scene where a queen has been locked up in the church, which is weird, but it's basically real life. They're telling you real life. So she's coming through, and they make her strip butt ass naked, and they cut her hair, right? Yeah. And they're yelling, "Shame, shame." Now at my house, they decided that they would invest all this money in these huge hurricane glass windows that go from the floor to the ceiling. So when it gets dark, they become mirrors when you walk through the house. Yeah. And I'll walk through the house, rub on my belly, going, "Shame, shame." Oh no, I don't shit myself. What? Shit. They throw shit on the queen. I don't go shame. I slap myself. I don't throw shit on myself.
But who's looking in the window?
It's me. I'm looking back at myself.
Who's looking in the window?
I have no neighbors. I have no neighbors. I have an abandoned golf course behind me and my swimming pool. Okay. And when I was home alone, I would literally walk through the door, strip butt ass naked at the door, throw my work clothes in there, and go jump in the pool asshole naked. And no one could see me but the moon. That's it. And I was mooning that motherfucker out there floating. That's what I would do.
So go back to the window.
So the window, I would shame myself because I could see myself. Okay. And I'd be like, shame. And that's getting to the point of this. Literally, she was like, "Well, what are you going to do if she's bigger than you?" And I'm like, "I'm going to go home and shame my goddamn self." God damn it, because I seen you were fucking shredded.
Bro, so when we first started working out together before her injury, she put up 275 on the bench 3 times, but no,
just went at it.
Yeah, and you saw dudes like,
damn, you were breaking hearts. See, and that's one of the things that kills me about. The fact that you can lift that intimidated so many women to not want to work out with you.
Oh, yeah.
And I get the same thing. Like I'll have people
Yeah.
say, man, oh, I'd love to work out. I'd love to train, but you lift too heavy for me. And I'm like, whoa.
Live at
You
your own
don't have
pace.
to work
Live at
like
your own pace.
me.
Don't try to kill yourself because of me.
I said, don't do that. I said,
Yeah.
listen, I promise you. Again, I was in prison for years. When I went to prison,
Yeah.
dude, I weighed 145 pounds. So when I tell people, go state little Jeff,
Yeah.
that motherfucker got devoured. I had guys, it's called a car.
Yeah.
That's what it's called on the prison yard when you're working it. I had guys that were benching 135, and that was their max.
But you're still working.
And me watching him hit 135 motivated me to hit 405. Like watching him accomplish a goal made me so fucking amped up that I would cheer him on, screaming, get that shit. And when he'd get it, I'd be like, oh, I'm definitely getting mine. It wasn't to put him down.
No.
I fed off his fucking accomplishment.
Yeah. Whatever the goal is, an accomplishment is an accomplishment.
And people don't realize that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with people that don't work out.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see you fucking hit 135. Yeah. Like I had a buddy that had never worked out. And I talked him into it for a little while.
Yeah.
In 6 weeks, he went from benching 85 fucking pounds to repping 225.
Wow.
Like fucking clockwork. Like he was on it. And then he fucking bailed on me.
This whiskey's talking to me. So I had to stop.
Bro, I'm telling you what. Listen, I absolutely.
I'm a lightweight. I don't drink. And
he doesn't drink, and I'm a lush.
So you gotta try this.
Listen, I'm a lush, dad bod, fit bod. It's okay, you know.
I'm just kind of somewhere in the middle.
Well, you told me. He said you're not allowed to get fucked up.
Right.
She said that what happened last time was you got lippy and she had a black fucking eye. That's what I heard. And I'm just leaving it at that. I'm leaving it at that.
So a funny story about
if she gets fucked up, who's gonna make the waffles? So
a funny story.
Listen, don't fuck with about y'all's waffles. What the fuck is in them fuckers, man? Holy shit! I'm riding down the road. Next thing you know, I got syrup on my work shirt, and I'm like, "This is my first job, and I'm already covered in hot sauce, eggs, and syrup."
So Ferlan and I have known each other just about 9 years.
Yeah.
And we were always friends and buddies before we linked up for business and all that. And then I forgot one day we decided to train. And I was very intimidated. I was like, man, we were going to go do legs. I
was bigger, and I was like, am I still competing and everything?
I was heavy into competing too. I had already turned pro. So I meet him for leg day, and I was like, man, he's going to kill me. He is going to kill me. We're halfway to leg day. He's like, you are one sadistic bitch.
Yeah. Wow. So she was making you work.
Yeah, bro. Listen.
She's with you.
So one of our pro wrestlers was training one day, and we feed him as well. He's like a brother to me. And I don't know if we can say his name.
You know who you are.
We can say his name.
You can say his name.
Sean Spears. So him and I were training, and I had to leave to go get my son from school.
And he's a pro wrestler.
Yeah. I mean, big time.
He's at WrestleMania right now.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I haven't watched wrestling in a while.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get people all the time. Well, you said I look like fucking Batista.
They did.
Yeah.
I hear that
Turn
constantly.
and face the camera.
And you know what? I went home that night and Googled his fucking stats.
Bro.
It pissed me off.
Right here, the whole
because I literally feel like he's body dysmorphia. So we're gonna get back to your story.
I told you. You guys are the same.
I'm gonna pause my story. Go ahead, Sean Spears. We're calling you out.
Yeah. I'm not calling him out, but
no, we're not calling him out. We're bringing it on.
Tough guy,
right?
He could take punishment. Like when we train together, so this is him. Being a wrestler, he's been doing it for 20 years. So when I get to the house to train him, he's like, okay, go easy on me today, right? He comes out with the same spiel every time. Go easy on me today. I got to wrestle tonight. 20 minutes in, load this bitch up, So anyways, I left him with her one day. I'm like, hey, Jen's going to finish up with you. I got to go get boss from school. He texts me, he goes, I'm pretty sure she's the fucking devil. She killed him. Yeah.
And usually sessions are about an hour. And we stayed, Sean and I.
That's how you know it's real.
There's a hand.
Yes.
Hand, I'm good. I'm good hand. I don't need any more. No hand, I'm good.
He was loving it because
please.
I was kicking his ass. But I was like, all right, we done? You want to do something else? He's like, now let's do one more thing. Let's do one more thing. And I was like, you're going to be hurting tomorrow.
How long do y'all normally train legs?
Honestly, but these days, because I'm so busy, we try to link up for at least leg day together because she needs to push. I need. If we go hard, like an hour, honestly.
Okay.
Like supersetting, boom, 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 supersetting. Yeah. So about an hour.
Just wanted to get a quick info, make sure I'm doing. Yeah, because I'm about an hour away.
If we have time, then I'll go hour and a half. But back in the old days, bro, I'd be at the gym for like 2-3 hours doing legs. Yeah, those days and
Couldn't get off the toilet 2 days later.
dude. Before I started doing bodybuilding, when I was just a gym rat, I would be in the gym for like 3 hours, man. You know, probably 2 hours of that would be talking, but you know what I'm saying?
Probably.
But honestly, and then I realized I can tax my body to the fullest for 75 minutes and get everything I need and grow and still, you know, plus my heart rate's up, so I'm getting some cardiovascular in there and stuff like that. You know, I'm sure sometimes when you got your music on and you go and you probably rest, sometimes you'll probably rest maybe 30 seconds because you just got that juice that you want to keep going.
Depends on what workout you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like squats rest longer. I always tell my clients, you know, squats depends what it is, you know, a minute, 2 minutes, depends.
Yeah, if you don't get that fucking lactic acid out.
So especially your supersetting.
Jesus.
Yes. Especially your supersetting. So, you know, you do your front squats right into some Bulgarians, then you rest for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You know, then you repeat. Sometimes if you're doing a huge circuit. But there's no reason why, if you're focused and you're in there, if you and your training partner are like in sync, there's no reason why you can't bang out a damn good workout in 1 hour.
The fact that a professional wrestler called you a sadistic bitch and you worked him like that, that's fucking awesome.
And he doesn't say much.
No,
He's not much of a. I just got that text and I was like,
Well, what's funny is when him and I will actually go to train legs, depending on where we're at, what gym we go to, I'll be like, so, we start with squats, and he's like,
bro, I'm old. I got bad knees.
But
I was in a horrible motorcycle
you
crash.
stopped squatting
My
for a long
back.
time because of your
Yeah, I
spine
stopped
and
squatting.
your
That's why I
body.
quit bodybuilding. Because of
My back. When I crashed that bike, I didn't realize how bad it was. Like, I fucking died. Like, dude, I flatlined. Like, I was arguing with the
That'd be
paramedics.
another episode because we have to talk about the afterlife. I have questions. I'm being that serious. So go ahead.
So
That'd be episodes like 13 or
yeah,
something.
we'll get it. We'll get it.
Okay.
It's cookie dough.
You go.
Listen, it's cheat day.
Okay.
So what for me, like my lower right side, and what's weird is it's not my spine.
Yeah.
But I get like just horrible pain. Like I walk around probably about a pain level of 7 every day, all day long. It's probably why I have resting ass with these. Tried chiropractic. My bottom 4 vertebrae are literally compressed. I seen the X-ray. They're touching.
We're kind of.
And then like the spine is literally off-centered by like.
Bro, we have the same L3, 4, 5, and S1 destroyed. And I'm like, I look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Mine's shifted off to the left.
And do you stretch? Honestly, do you stretch?
I don't stretch as much as I should, but I do my lower back.
Yeah.
Like I know like I haven't done squats in like a year and a half because of my back. Like I'll catch myself at work being leaned over and all of a sudden my back starts burning. Yeah. I know it's sciatic nerve problems, but I'll feel it and I'm like, you know what? And then it'll hurt me the rest of the day. Driving in my work van hurts me. Yeah. So when I get home, I'm like, I can't do squats today. Like I'm hurting and pain.
And I'm no chiropractor, but your hips may be out of line.
There's a good chance my hips are.
That causes
because when I stand, I feel like I'm putting more pressure on one leg than the other.
And all this I've learned from going to the chiropractor and learning, okay, I haven't been adjusted in a while, but I try to stretch. I do a few stretching, and honestly, man, gummies help me.
I realized the other day that I can't. That when I got back into squatting, but I felt good because I still did 6 sets of 315 for 10. I'm like, I haven't squatted in a year, and I'm doing 315 for 6 sets of 10. I'm okay.
I walk by 315. How you doing? Remember me?
So, but what I realized is I haven't been stretching enough upper body. I couldn't get my fucking arms on the bar. Like I can't. Like my arms won't go by my head. So I was hugging the fucking plates like this.
That's what I used to do back
and I'm like, fuck, man.
Hell yes.
And my chest was so sore the next day after doing squats. I'm like, shit, I'm fucking up.
So we need to do an episode, Yoga with Ghost.
I've done yoga. I did yoga in prison.
So
I've never sweated so much in my fucking life than doing yoga. I give it to people that do yoga. I'm like, once I did it, I'm like, holy shit.
Actually, so it's funny. So I studied with an East Indian guru, so to speak. And he
what did he sound like?
He said, Goga. It's hitting me.
What did he sound like? Because I heard that accent earlier.
Yoga is not supposed to hurt. Yoga is. And I was like, really? I'm like, well, these fucking American places I go to, this shit hurts.
It fucks me up.
And he's like, yoga is not supposed to hurt. It's about learning the body and flowing with your mind. Yeah, so yoga isn't really supposed to hurt, but you have like
The fact that you got that accent down so good lets me
and
know
it's out of respect. It's
it
not making
lets me
fun.
know. I don't think you're making fun.
Yeah.
I think you sit in the mirror at night and do this shit.
So
I ain't brushing my teeth.
funny you say that, my friend. So when I came to America, my accent was very stiff, very, very, very.
What
bad.
is
Come on,
your native
give us
land's
some
accent?
So everyone thinks because we're at the bottom.
Uh huh.
It's us, Trinidad and Tobago, and everyone thinks because we're close to Venezuela that we speak Spanish. We don't. We were under British rule.
Okay.
So is it just like a typical island? I mean, it's Ferlan Jen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, how you do? So when I came to America, in my maths, instead of math, we said maths class. In my maths class, I asked the teacher a question, and I remember, and she didn't mean anything by it, but I remember her name to this day. I kind of hold some grudges, but
fuck that bitch.
But no.
Fuck that bitch.
I'm actually good friends with her son. But
sorry about your mom.
She said, no. I'm not even gonna call her name. Her son was actually super cool, and I was one of two black kids in that private school. And she goes, I can't understand you.
Oh shit.
And some of the kids started laughing.
Yeah, see, that would have caused problems for me.
Yeah, so I'm not saying I would have been a great student that year anyways, but I felt
that
back,
hindered you.
And oh my God, I never asked another question. So I would sit, it's funny you say about teaching yourself how to speak. So when I would come see my mom and spend time with her in New York, she was busy. So my grandmother would travel with me and we would sit in my mom's place until she came in from work to do stuff, and I would watch American TV and I absorbed everything. Sometimes I don't think I'm smart by any means, but my friends think I'm a genius. And a lot of things are like, how in the fuck do you know that? I'm like, bro, I think I heard that sometime maybe 1983 or something like that. So a lot of the knowledge I had back then was from watching TV and my English. So when I came to America, I would sit in front of the mirror. Hey guys, come here, come here, come here, come. And I taught myself how to speak. Like she's amazed when I'm around.
Yeah, because you really don't carry an accent like that
until I get pissed off or if I'm around my people.
Right,
it comes out.
That's pretty much that's a lot of people, But like I'm certain way, like literally again, I got to keep bringing my girlfriend up because she says this all the time. She's like, "You're a completely different person when you're around different people."
Of course.
And she doesn't. She thinks I'm fucking nuts.
You're not trying to be.
And I tell her that I'm like, when I'm around when I'm around like my homeboys, oh fucking ghost comes out, and that son of a bitch don't give a fuck.
Listen.
But then when I'm talking to her, she's like, yeah, but when you talk to me, it like sounds completely different. I'm like, you're a woman.
Listen.
I can't talk to you the way I talk to my people.
We had different friends come by the cafe at times, right? And some of my buddies from private school and stuff.
Your accent changes for each one, don't it?
How are you, bro? It's good to see you. And I'm not trying, just good to see you. And it's my buddy Wilkie. What up, nigga? What the fuck you been? Like, shit.
Exactly. You can't tell.
Aaron sit back behind the counter like, who are you? I'm like, what happened? I'm not even aware, like,
And that's the thing. People really are a product of their environment.
Yeah.
They really are. So when you are in this scenario, you're going to speak, and your tone and your mannerisms going to carry from this way. But then when you get into another situation, like I have a friend, and I don't give a fuck. I'll call him out, Ezra. This motherfucker has the whitest goddamn voice on earth. His nickname is Easy, but I swear to you, you call this motherfucker any time of day, and he has that white banker voice. Hello, how can I help you? And when you sing, you're like, wait a second, I was expecting a little white dude with glasses. No, it's not. He's black as shit. He lifts weights.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, but he's got that fucking 9-to-5 banker voice if you ain't never seen him.
Oh, you seen that Instagram meme? Like when you're like, hey, how are you? Or right before you take that Zoom call, bitch, like, hey, how was vacation?
And again, so I tell people that all the time. And again, it goes back to like at work, I'll come in and it's back to the wrestling conversation. Like literally, I get Biggins, I get Stone Cold, I'm a hybrid between Stone Cold and Goldberg. Like they said, look, they cloned both them fuckers and made you.
I hear Batista, bro.
And I'm like, and I hear Batista constantly. One day I was at work and there was a kid yelled off the back, do you know you look like Batista? And I'm like, I fucking wish. And I was like, shit, I'm at Disney. But I just cussed this kid out. I fucking wish.
Hey,
so I Googled the stats. The fucker's got 1 inch arms bigger than mine. So now I'm fucking mad. So now an arm day and they're like fucking cranking the shit out of it. I got 19s. I want 20s and I'm tied up.
Okay, that ain't much to say because when I was hardcore in bodybuilding, I had 18. on
Fuck
order.
the fuck. You see what I'm saying? I fucking just said, what the fuck am I gonna do if she's fucking stacked bigger than me?
I hit 21s for like 6 seconds. So that growing into my bodybuilding, blah 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 blah. And in the off season, I was 272 or something like that, and I was lean. I mean, lean, just
270.
lean.
You
And I
lean,
and I
no.
lean. And I had a big cheat meal, and next thing you know, you're just looking full. And I measure my arms. I'm like, hot damn! I hit 21s, right?
Dude, I'm telling you, when I was
20 and a quarter. 20, I was like, ah.
when I hit 18, I was like, I ain't telling nobody. I hit 18 and a half, I was talking shit. I was like, I got 18 and a half fucking inch on.
You got 18.
And I hit 19. I was like, oh shit, I got the odd size. And now we're like, these fuckers won't attempt to move to save my goddamn life.
I wouldn't even measure my arms now that I'm smaller. I'm 40
Well,
pounds
stop.
lighter.
You're fucking small. Stop. Your fucking vein over there has been talking to me the whole time. It keeps winking at me. It's like, hey, you.
So the funny thing about
You
this vein,
suck.
it runs all. Oh, don't worry about that.
It runs all the way down.
Hey, listen, I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, of course you did. You
Anyway,
fucking asshole. I knew where you were going with it.
but no, it's what were we talking about?
Your vein.
Your vein and your
No,
fucking
no,
arm curls and arm size.
No,
the
before that.
the cookie dough
Oh,
old Smoky. I'm gonna keep calling you out till you
Yeah.
sponsor.
You need to sponsor him.
Cookie
Old
dough.
Smoky.
Sponsor this. It's all I drink.
I'm gonna try the peach,
Old Smoky. If you don't sponsor, I'm gonna find out where you live. I'm gonna kick your door in,
and he'll send me over.
Can you believe
and I'm
that?
gonna be wearing booty shorts.
And booty shorts. He might have a thong on. We're not gonna say or not. We're not gonna say or
all
not.
over me.
Sorry.
You just spit on
It's
me.
okay. That's what it's gonna get you. You'll gain 2 inches all over right now.
I don't have 18.
It's he got
they're not like that anymore.
them fuckers are at least 16s. Don't play.
And the 16s, but you keep them clean.
Exactly.
Remember that from the movie Friday? The 10s, but I keep them clean. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
What was
He's a movie guy.
So am I.
Day Day, right?
It was definitely
Day
Day.
Yeah. Then Mike got Day Day.
It's funny because like he says that he's not smart, and I love it when I prove him wrong. Like I love it, or when I tell him something that he did not know, or he's like, no, and we'll Google that shit. I'm like, Google is my best fucking friend.
Speaking of which, bro, we're in the cars. I didn't know this until the other day. That the restaurant Checkers is car themed. I didn't know that. Look at it.
I mean, I get it looks like a race thing. Them motherfuckers are slow as shit.
I didn't know that.
They need to change their whole thing.
So
I didn't know that. And she said like Checkers. I'm like, oh.
Well,
that's
because-
this is car themed.
so because we were talking about Get Fueled, our business and our cafe,
Right.
and it's Get Fueled, so it's fuel your body, fuel
Fuel
your
the car,
cars,
yeah.
because we love, we're so big in
Right.
the car community. And he's like, he goes, if we ever franchise out, we got to make sure we keep that as a stipulation that the original owners are car junkies, fitness enthusiasts, health foodies, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, like Checkers.
I'm not gonna lie.
He goes, huh? I'm like Checkers. He's like, you mean like the drive-through? I'm like, yeah, Ferlan, the drive-through.
You know that either.
I didn't fucking know. You see how I looked at you? It's like, I'm today years old.
I know you looked that way. And I was like, oh.
And I told like 5 people that story, and they're like, Ferlan didn't know that.
I don't fucking know that. I'm like, I never put it together. I thought it was like just fucking off-brand of Sonic.
I thought it was black and white tiles. Like,
Yeah, I didn't fucking know. Yeah, I thought it was like Checkers. Like,
The flags
move the
outside,
fucking Checkers.
There's multiple flags outside of Checkers.
I really thought it was like a checkerboard. I really
I
didn't
mean,
know.
the food is awful, but
if the camera was on your face, his face was like,
I didn't know.
like he just felt
Checkers are smart.
yes. Yeah.
Fuck
And if
me.
it's not about racing, I just gave Checkers a big plug.
Hook us the fuck up.
Next episode. Next episode will be sponsored by Checkers.
I'll eat a
whiskey.
I'll eat a
Go
burger.
together.
I'll eat a burger with
Checkers
whiskey.
and booze.
We need to start something like that. Holy fuck.
Holy shit. That's patent, by the way. You cannot touch burgers,
Burgers
and booze.
and
It's
booze.
ours.
Cloned, done, over.
Just
So your restaurant, you two, you came together, and I'm going to be honest with you. I will drive out of my way. If my boss sees this, I'll probably get fired, which is okay.
No,
Fuck
we
it.
don't
Don't
I
fire
need the
me.
money.
No.
I work hard.
he doesn't drive out of the way. He lets us know where he's going to be, and I meet
It's
him on the
delivered.
road.
It's delivered on the side of the road. What the fuck? Y'all's prices are absolutely amazing. You're not fucking nobody over.
We're fucking ourselves over.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna lie
I
to you.
put the whiskey down.
I'm not gonna lie to
Even
you.
though prices have raised with everything, and the chicken and everything like that, we still stay like that.
I promise you, I literally, and I've taken about 4 people over there. One person I took over there, You know, fuck you for trying to rob my people.
Yeah, that's the dude who tried to rip me off.
That's so fucked up. That's so
Pierre.
fucked up. Yes.
Hold up, Pierre.
No, I don't. Listen, my shit's real. I don't give a
Let's call it names.
I cussed the Rock out in here one day because of the Hawaii thing. I got so fucking mad, hit him over, asked
Did
for
he
that
message
money.
you?
No, I wish he would. I wish because I tried the motherfucker. He might whoop me a couple times.
Hey, leave
But
DJ alone.
I'm gonna
That's
keep
my
getting
boy.
the fuck up. I'm gonna keep getting the fuck up. So anyway, you guys, that fucking food, the fact that it's fresh made,
Oh, that's a new ad.
Right.
That fucking food. I
that
like
fucking food, it's fresh made.
Yep.
It's literally like, and not only that, I watched your sister make it, you know, and we're sitting there conversating while she's doing it. I don't even have to tell her what I want anymore. That's how often I'm there. And she literally makes it, and I get this fucking huge pile of food, and I'm like, am I fat? And then I'm like, no, I do the math. It's 0.25 times my body weight. I need this protein. I need these carbs. And I'm sitting there devouring this shit, right? And I'm like, so I tell everybody I work with, random, like, we have to go over here. And they're like, why? I'm like, there's food there. And they're like, yeah, but why don't you run through McDonald's? I'm like, don't you fucking dare talk to me about McDonald's. I won't do it. I go through McDonald's for breakfast, and it'll be $16 easy.
What?
I'm fucking fat. I said that in the beginning.
But I guess prices have raised. I remember you can get like a McDonald's.
It's unreal. It's unreal. I go through Wendy's drive-through at any point in time during the day.
Yeah.
You know what my answer is after they give me my food? I could have went to Applebee's.
Mm.
I wait till they
The
don't
amount of
spend my
money you
shit.
spend, yeah.
It's the amount of money there.
Yeah.
And your guys' prices for what you're feeding people.
Yeah.
Like the Chipotle chicken you gave me the other day when I headed to Arvindale to do that job.
Yes.
Because I don't have a fucking microwave in the van. I laid it on the dashboard. It got hot.
Yeah.
I sit there, Nathan, and I said, holy fucking shit, this is good. Your food is absolutely amazing. It's fresh. It's good. It's good for you. So get Fueled Meals, you guys. Literally, if you're in Florida,
Give me the address.
343 North Ronald Reagan
You didn't say it
Boulevard.
right. You didn't say it right. You just
We're
said
at 343 North
There
Ronald
you
Reagan
go.
Boulevard. Hollywood, Florida.
and I promise
That's also
you,
the historic clock.
I promise you, it is fucking amazing. It is absolutely worth the drive. I don't give a fuck where you come from. You drive from Kissimmee, fuck traffic. Just think about you're going to get good food when you get there. Fucking come get food. It's good.
So we were on the way to the cafe from food shopping on a Monday, and my
Yes.
son was there. He calls me. He's like, "How far out are you?" And I was like, "I'm at the light." And he's like, "Okay, there's a guy here that wants 6 eggs." He goes, he goes, "I don't know if he wants egg whites." He goes, "Who the fuck eats 6 eggs?" I said, "I'll be there today." So I go and I help him make the food, and it was just kind of funny because Tristan's like, how does he eat 6 eggs? I'm like, look at him. Look at him. Like,
Look at it.
oh, look at him.
And I
And
promise.
it was just so funny.
And I used to
And
make.
when you left, he's like, he is really fucking cool. I'm like, yes. I'm like, that's Rowan's.
And like literally, I used to make protein shakes at the house with raw eggs. I was literally telling your sister this, and she was like, "There's no way." And I said, "I promise you, if I would take 9 raw eggs."
Oh, I never did that.
Well, I got to do the math. Like
9?
If the math is right, I was 200 at this point. I was 240 pounds, so it's 0.25 times your body weight.
A lot of fat.
So-
You want to shake shit.
But I'm fat. Go back to that. I wasn't.
You're not fat.
I wasn't on stage. Listen, there's a fucking sumo wrestler and a doctor
Me
that lives in here,
me too.
and he's down there doing the fucking
Listen,
street fighter. Just waiting on all the food.
Listen.
He's ready for
Listen. You ever seen the movie Dodgeball with Ben
it.
Stiller?
Yes.
The inner me is Ben Stiller at the end of that movie. I
You
am
eat.
fat bastard from Awesome.
You are not rubbing pizza on your junk, are you? If I find out you're doing that on the off
I
season,
had to think
just
about that.
fucking
No,
so
I just was wanting to eat
I
that.
would take 9 eggs, a little bit of ice, a banana, strawberries, blueberries, and just blend the shit up. And I would drink it. And then one night I decided, because I lived by myself at this point in time, to add apple rum.
What? Apple rum?
Oh my God, to a protein shake? That is not recommended, but I did it.
Especially before you train.
It was nighttime. It was a nighttime shake. Oh my fucking life. Captain Morgan, when they used to have the cannonball blasters,
I don't really.
you don't drink.
I know the Captain Morgan pose.
Yes,
but I don't know like that.
everyone should know the Captain Morgan pose. Fuck,
We've all
That's
done that.
that's like a deadlift pose. You should really. I quit doing deadlift. Speaking of that,
I started back just like one.
I realized the risk versus reward
I used
wasn't
to feel
there.
like core stability. That's it.
So I had done. I know that. See how this switches? We go from like laughing and joking about being a fat ass alcoholic to drinking 9 raw eggs to. I don't do deadlifts no more.
So the main topic of the show is working out.
It is working out. So I was in a prison yard, and it's all competition.
Mhm.
I was the strongest, and by no means anywhere ever in my life racist. I had Thug Life tattooed on my stomach at 16. Like I idolized Tupac. I used to get my ass whooped for dating black women. So like when I was a child. So it's the worst. Of all angles of everything in life, I'm the polar opposite.
Mm.
So I'm out there and I'm lifting weights and I'm talking shit. And I got 515 on the deadlift bar. And I'm looking around the yard like no focus, just fucking talking shit, just ripping it for fucking 10. No problems. Next week, roll out to the yard, pulled my back on 135. Couldn't tie my goddamn shoes for 4 months. My celly had to help me off my bunk, put my fucking boots on me, and walk me to my fucking job. And right then I said, I'm fucking done with deadlifts.
Yeah.
I used to fucking literally talk big shit. Like I'm talking about, I'm gonna move your motherfucking house when I get out. Just like fucking laughing. And this ain't just one set of 515 for 10. I'm out there rocking 10 sets of 515.
Okay, Ronnie.
I was screaming. And same fucking thing. We would get the fucking Muscle and Fitness, and I'd see Jay Cutler and stuff.
Yeah.
Then when I realized how short that fucker was, ain't no wonder he's goddamn as big as. No fucking what was.
Jay's a friend.
Probably
too,
doesn't.
so.
Probably doesn't. Probably micro penis.
Jay's a man's man. Jay's a man's man.
No, he's not.
That's first
Jay Cutler's.
First time I met Jay, I had like.
Yeah, people are like that with you all the time.
Oh,
This is Ferlan. Like, yeah, this is Ferlan.
No, now because I'm smaller. I mean, a good story. Now because I'm smaller, this guy came to me the other day. He's like, not the other day. He's like, didn't you used to be Ferlan Bailey? I was like,
Used to be.
damn,
God,
I look that
damn.
bad. Okay, go back and tell
I'm
me
like,
that
Rob,
story.
do you know I slapped the shit out of you?
I
Like,
said, yeah,
old me
you know.
would have just kicked in. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, Coach Nobody.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, you know.
That's violent.
Like,
Used to be.
I don't compete anymore.
You know, I have a shirt for him.
What's that?
Unapologetically savage. That's me. I'm a very savage, unapologetic person. You are too.
I'm going to make that for you when I get home.
Don't you take that? That's
No, I'm going to make it and give it to you. I'm just going to put the
Unapologetically
American
savage.
Savage logo on it. That's all I'll do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you have to text me that because I'll fuck around and forget because I'm gonna cookie dough whiskey. All the way home, I'll be like, I'm savage. That's all it's gonna say by the time I get home.
No, but your demeanor is. I think that's why you and I have kind of gotten well so long with you coming in the cafe.
Like instantly, instant vibe, instant connection.
And you're real. You know,
I don't bullshit.
It's just real.
I don't know no other way. And like literally the day I met the other producers of the show, like I went full fucking in. Like, you know, I did 8 years in prison. I'll tell you up front so you fucking walk away from me right then. Because I don't want fake people in my life. I've had enough fake people in my life.
Shit.
I don't fucking want it. Don't fucking need it. I will wear every red flag I have all over my body. So you know at any point in time, walk the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny. I've always told him probably one of the biggest favors I've ever done for him is I mowed his lawn. You know why? Because I cut that grass and all them snakes' heads popped up and he started seeing them all.
That's
like
fitness, I like that.
Fitness,
I like that.
Them heads started going like
fitness.
this.
Yeah, I always say when the grass is cut, the snakes will show themselves, man. And the fitness people, because I'll give everybody the shirt off my back. Right. The fitness industry, and she's like, "That's not your friend. That's not your friend." That as far as people in the fitness
right, calling people out, right?
You know. And then I was like, "Oh my God, no! He's a great guy. She's a great girl." And
sometimes it takes an outside person to see who's around you to open your eyes.
Well, I'm a very
and then the jealousy came out when we became business partners.
Oh my God.
Oh, I guarantee
when we became business partners.
Why the fuck you doing it with her? Why are you doing it with him? Why didn't you ask me?
Ask her that. She said,
"Why didn't you do it with me?"
Why Ferlan? And I'm like, why not? So, funny story is I'm also a demolition contractor and an asbestos abatement contractor. I've been a licensed contractor. In this
Girl power.
Oh, no. But he's only ever known the side of me of
the
fitness, and then being in business. He never understood why I was always such a bulldog.
Right.
Like I am very. This is how it's happening. This is why it's happening, and this is the way it's going to go. So, was it? I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I had an opportunity to do like a little small job, and I could have done it by myself, but it would have taken me longer. So I said, "Hey,"
I was like, "Hell yes!"
I said, "You want to go make some money? Let's go
Don't give that money to anyone else."
I have never seen a look of shock on his face when he seen the other contractors, the GCs were there, and I'm like, "Oh fuck no, this ain't happening."
And then one thing they didn't know there's a lot of Latin men there. She
Mhm.
speaks fluent Spanish. So they see me and they're like, oh, about me. And then nervous. I'm like, I'm not the one y'all need to be worried about. And then she comes off and takes the machine off the trailer and drives it off the trailer. And then she's
Hey, don't own it if you can't run it.
she's speaking in Spanish, and they're like,
Yeah. But
Like-
he's seen that side of me, and he goes, this explains so much.
yeah,
Because I've worked in a man's
Mhm.
world for so many years. Typically on a job site, you're on job sites. When a woman shows up on a job site, she's there for paperwork, secretarial stuff, something along
No,
those
the
lines.
majority
I'm
of
there
the
to
time,
do, I'm
yes.
there to do the shit.
And listen,
I'm there to do it.
when I see that, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I look and I'm like, wow.
yeah.
Like,
no,
I've seen
seriously.
women run track hose
Oh,
Yeah,
and stuff, and I'm sitting there looking. I'm like,
bro. To this day, I'm just like, man, that's a bad.
and when you see it, and the first thing you think is like, holy shit.
You just want to do this.
Yeah, you want to give
I
a
have
salute
a
and go at
picture.
it.
I have a picture of me. We did. Oh my god, this is neat. We did an implosion in Ocoee. We did the old Colony Plaza Hotel. And that-
Listen, I have to tell you one thing.
Okay.
oh wow.
You weren't on the Lambodiaries unless you had at least one splash of the sword.
Okay.
You got to have at least one splash. It's cookie dough. It doesn't matter if you finish the glass. Don't worry.
Okay, that's more than a splash.
I'm a lush, and I'll down it for you when the show's over because alcohol kills germs, and I don't give one shit. If I'm gonna die from something, I'd rather it be fucking
Alcohol
germs.
kills germs. I don't give one.
I don't give a fuck. So
Oh.
from the sword, there we
What I
go.
can tell you is you're my boy, and this show just killed my future mayoral chances. But hey,
You're a drunk. You're a drunk.
There's no marital. There's no. Listen, don't do it. Don't get married.
the mayor. I'm talking about mayor.
Mayor, oh, the
Mayoral
fucking mayor.
chances.
No, fuck that. That makes you even more.
I looked into it honestly, and there's a lady at the gym, and she gave me the gist of it.
To be mayor of where?
Don't worry about it, man.
Well, fuck, I want to vote for you. I'll move there and vote for you. What the fuck? Every vote counts, even if it's a felon. Not allowed to vote, but fuck you.
But no, I'm not going to. But I always want to do something good for the community and stuff like that, and I do my part. But I always want to make things better for people, and going back to fitness, we keep going in and out. Back to fitness, why I wanted to lift weights and why I was so enamored by the Incredible Hulk, I always saw myself, my inner self, as a superhero, and
Which you should.
And I think I wish, I don't know if everyone thinks like that, but everyone should feel like they're a superhero.
Everyone
And
should.
everyone should dream big. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, how do you think like that? I'm like, you don't have a dream? You don't have dreams? I may not accomplish them all, but I strive to go after my kids. I tell the same thing and stuff. So yeah, but so with public service and stuff like that, that's the weightlifting. I wanted to be a superhero, and I always wanted to help people in some sort of way, and that's why I became a firefighter, and stuff like that. So it was, yeah.
One thing that you do teach a lot, and that I do also, is self-love. And everybody knows Ferlan loves Ferlan. Anybody who knows,
I hear no one loves
and-
Jeffrey like Jeffrey. I hear that a lot.
Trust me, no one in this world loves Ferlan like Ferlan does.
But you know what?
But that is probably one of his biggest strengths, because he holds himself here. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people really don't give a shit. He holds himself here, and who sees that? Everyone around him, but most importantly, his kids see that.
No.
And his kids have learned, hey, this is me up here.
I've got to ask.
Mhm.
So no one loves Ferlan like Ferlan.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you beat the shit out of yourself in that mirror every night.
Yeah.
You're the hardest fucking
Absolutely.
person on yourself than anyone could ever be.
Absolutely. I'm very good at taking.
You're horrible at taking compliments.
I don't like compliments.
No.
I'm very bad at taking compliments. If you give me a compliment, I get really funny. Two things I get funny with is when friendship, we're talking about money. Like if you owe me money, or even if when someone comes to the cafe, I'm like,
Speaking of which, you owe me $40.
What?
You owe me $40.
Fuck, Keith started patting his pocket. He's like,
$40, FYI.
And compliments, because I don't, and I've learned how to say, oh, thank you. Before I would talk down about myself. If they give me a compliment, I would talk down about myself. Oh no, I'm not just a piece of shit.
But even coming from close
now,
people
now
to
I
you,
say
you're
things.
like,
yeah. So it's I don't know where that came from.
the
What did I
reason,
what did I tell
because
you
I always
yesterday?
want. What's that?
What did I tell you yesterday? My son paid him a huge compliment. My 21-year-old, he paid him a huge compliment, and he was just like, and I'm like,
She's like, what? It's a good thing. I was like, yeah, I know. I just
he's
weird.
like, it made him morbidly uncomfortable.
My-
And my son was there. I'm the one that told him what my son
Honestly-
said, and he was just like, he like took it in, and then it's like he doesn't believe it.
the reason I brought that up, and
Oh.
if it gets crazy, just forgive me. And if it gets sensitive, just try to follow me. And I'm going to explain my reason for saying this. When you said no one loves Ferlan like Ferlan, it made me think of people that have said that to me. I beat the shit out of myself all the time. When I say I walk through the house, I'm shaming myself.
Every night, man.
I think about the 8 years I spent in prison, and I brutally attacked myself for that. I think about where I should be in life had I not done the dumb fucking shit I've done throughout my life that hindered me in a positive progress. So I'm fucking hard on myself. And I think when people say no one loves Jeffrey like Jeffrey, it's a facade I put on to make me feel better about myself. Because I know I should be better.
I know I should be better. Exactly. Yeah.
So what I've done in my life, all the negative I've done in my life, I hold on to it, I cradle it, and I let it eat me away.
That's what fuels. That's what fuels.
But when I get under that goddamn bench today, screaming, repping 315 for sets of 15, screaming, you don't know me, son, because nobody fucking knows me. Because I'm afraid if I let inner me really come out, people won't look at me the same.
Very true.
So when I say no one loves Jeffrey like Jeffrey, I love the Jeffrey I could be, but I don't love who I am now because I'm not where I think I should be. I'm starting to choke.
I can relate 100% to you, bro.
I can relate 1,000.
Yeah.
Over 30 years
and
of
I
physical
feel like,
and mental abuse, everybody says,
exactly.
You walk with big dick energy. And I said, you know what? I have to.
And I feel like when you mentioned earlier, and you were brave to say that you were in a marriage where a man put you down, and he literally tried to steal your inner energy and your inner thunder. He tried to steal you and take that away from you to control you, is what that was. That was a very little man in a body that was trying to control a woman. Instead of helping you succeed in ways or find a way to encourage you in ways, he was using that to hold you down to make himself feel big and strong.
Amen.
You know what the irony in that is? The night I won my IFBB Pro card, that was the first motherfucker I emailed. I said, oh, by the way, you know a person that's got their pro card at the local LA Fitness and you idolize him. Guess what, motherfucker? I am one now, too. Fuck you.
He talked shit about you before you did it?
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that you were able to show that vulnerable side of yourself, thank you. Thank you for being real, and thank you for opening up and letting people know.
I wish more women would listen to my story, honestly, because they'll tell you he knows a good bit. You know, we can all say we've been through hell and back, but I kept choosing to go through hell and back and hell and back and hell and back because when you live through hell, you feel like you only deserve hell. True. And where you say you self-punish, you self-criticize, I'm probably one of the most self-destructive persons or people that he's ever met because I hold myself, I'm a single mom, I hold myself to a level that most people don't. And depression, anxiety, stress, finances, name it. Health has crippled me physically. It's hindered me mentally, but you know what? I had my best season ever as a pro bodybuilder when this man took over my coaching and my 3 months into it, boom, in the hospital for 2 weeks with a blood clot in my kidney. You can't compete no more. Guess what? We did it, didn't we? And it was probably one of the most memorable,
healthier. It stressed me out because I had to be
of my life.
I had to be, and we went as natural as possible. No prescription diuretics. Yeah. It was coffee I used, small amounts. Not to tax our kidneys. Yeah. So it was 2 ounces of protein. Every hour and a half the day before the show. Right. So I was watching her meticulously watching, and I was so I was so worried and careful. So being as a fitness coach, my first thing, and it's not a spiel, I always tell clients, and I've had clients leave me because they want to push the envelope a little harder. And I'm like, no, my first priority for you is health. Because your health is at stake, your life is at stake, and my reputation. You literally just yelled
at me the other day to go get my fucking blood work checked because my fucking head looked like it was going to pop.
And I messaged you that night. You're like, and you
messaged it, and I did, and last night I did. Like literally, you told me, message him, give him the fucking address, be on top of him, and like you told me. I think. And what's the first thing I said? I'm sorry it's so late. Boom, boom. I just got off work, and literally Still haven't got my blood work checked. And I'm going to tell you now, I feel like I felt like I'm in trouble. I'm like, Ferlan said, go get my blood work. Ferlan said, do this. Ferlan said, I haven't done it. He's going to cuss me out Saturday. What the fuck? And it's like, shit, fuck. I got to get it done.
That's all part of the fitness journey. It's not just what you're doing in the gym.
But here's the thing.
Out of the gym.
You don't understand. No. 1 million people have told me that I need to like do certain things.
Yeah.
I've ignored them.
Yeah.
Somehow you reached me. I went home and said, you know what?
Because y'all are both fucking bald.
Bald is beautiful. Bald is fucking beautiful, bro. Not everybody can rock a fucking bald head.
Do we have to go sit at the barbershop and wait?
Never.
Negative.
Do I gotta pay $30 for someone to touch my fucking head? No.
I'm listening to my Donna Summers in the shower
while
I'm using this shit.
Still owe me $40.
My Tina Turner.
I'm a private dancer.
Can't stop my money. What are you $40 for?
The shit you rub on top of that head.
What do you put on your fucking head?
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Now he remembers.
So hold on, she said you're a movie buff. She said you're a movie buff.
Yeah.
So tell me where this came from. But you're black. Where'd that come from? Where'd it come from?
Shit.
Think about it.
Was not Eddie Murphy in there?
Nope. Nope.
Shit. I know the movie. I just not Lethal Weapon.
Yes. Oh shit. Yeah. Joe Pesci and they're in the South Africa. He said, but you're black.
South Africa guy. That was a great Lethal Weapon one right there, bro.
What the fuck are you putting sunscreen on your head for?
Come on. So how did it happen?
Oh no, that's
so when Aaron's the other day, she's like, "Hey, I gotta get stuff for the cafe. I gotta go to Ulta. Do you need anything?" I said, "Matter of fact, I get my sunscreen from there." I said, "If you don't mind, I'll give you the money." And yeah, and
so you just kind of stay one shade.
No,
he doesn't
you don't want to get. I'm on the sun. I got to protect the ball head.
What
right?
the fuck? Shut up. Wait a second.
Hey, we're gonna cut that part.
His buddy says to me the other day. He says because he knows I live off of the river, and he goes, "Buddy told me we're gonna go fishing. When we gonna fish?" I said, "You believe that?" I said, "He ain't going out in the sun." I said, "He'd have to have a."
I grew up in the islands.
Umbrella.
Listen. I grew up in the islands. I ran on the beach all this time until I was 13 years old. Did it like today out in Florida? It's cool with sunny. That's great, bro. When it gets above like 85, no, miss me with that bullshit,
He
bro.
got the big.
Oh, you done been calling out.
I'm a black penguin.
These motherfuckers done shoved AC up your ass and said, "No, we're not breaking 80 degrees."
Bro, listen.
What the fuck?
If it comes to making money,
I'll be out there.
He'll be out there blazing.
And the crazy
no
shit.
job is beneath me. If you said I could pay you like $50 an hour to go shovel dog shit, I'd be like,
oh yeah, 50 an hour? Fuck, let's get that going.
You know how many great names I have? You know how much money you can make at my house?
50 an hour?
Not paying me.
Like, listen, I'll quit my job today.
No, I'll just say what he says. I'll tell you.
Oh, it don't happen. It don't happen.
I am prideful when it comes to my appearance and how I present myself, but when it comes to doing work, like I grew up watching hard work, seeing hard work. My grandfather, Irishman, seeing hard work.
Holy fuck!
Oh, you didn't know that?
I need to know.
Oh shit!
See, he's an old white man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love it.
He actually posted.
Listen, this is the greatest thing.
On my Instagram, yeah.
This is what I'll tell you. The reason why that made me so fucking happy is I literally just had a conversation.
Tell me that. Why did I feel?
The reason why it makes me happy is I had someone else on the show the other day, and we kind of briefly touched on racism, and I was like, it's if you just don't fucking talk about it, it goes away. Just let it fucking go because it really ain't fucking real. It's a sorry individual that treats people that way.
Of course.
In fact, you said you're from where?
Maryland.
No, your family background.
Oh,
Germany. This is not back in the day what we would see, right? So this tells you racism isn't real.
Yep.
Just look in this room.
It's taught.
One of my producers is, Jesus fuck, he told me he's got like 15 fucking nationalities. And at one point in time, he was like Hindu, Buddhist, and now he's Christian. That tells you people have the ability to change their entire mindset.
Exactly.
You got the ability to change your mindset.
Yeah.
His whole family background comes from multi-cultures.
Yeah.
anyone that believes in racism is a fucking shallow individual that's looking for sympathy.
But you know what's funny though? Not funny. Right? I feel sorry for most racists because they haven't been exposed to anything else. My son, this last summer of 2023, um, took the kids to Savannah for a few days, and my son and I decided to go get pizza one night for everyone, pizza and wings. And we're walking the street, and this guy is like a white guy, just yelling like profanity, racist stuff, and there's other white people like looking like appalled. And you know, honestly, I did not get mad. My son, 14 years old, because I've opened them up to so much in life with my kids. We talk about everything. I've opened them up to different cultures. You have to broaden it. You know what my son said? I feel sorry for him. We don't know what he's going through to where he's homeless and speaking this profanity. We didn't see it as it. I felt sorry for him and we prayed for him.
That right there tells me
So-
your son is going to be an amazing man.
He's kind of a dick.
I met your son. I met your son. Matter of fact,
I have two boys.
Your son that's playing basketball. I actually told him he
he's
could
my
drive.
youngest.
I actually told him he could drive the fucking Lambo one day.
Oh, he can drive.
And like he's still welcome.
But
the fact that I didn't get to get both of you in the car today really fucking pisses me off.
How are we gonna fit? He's very.
We're one at a time, goddammit. It's like fucking we're gonna get there.
Boz, all my kids, like my oldest is Christian. He's 22. He's graduating from University of Miami Nursing School in May.
Okay.
My daughter Miyoshi, she's graduating pre-med USF in Tampa in August, and my son Boz, now 15-year-old, he's a freshman in high school. But he's very, even though he would want to, and he loves cars. You know, he goes on the car meets. This thing has made me burp. Sorry. He's very, you know, if you say something, even though he'd want to, he's like, no, it's okay. You literally have to pick him up and force him to get in the car.
I would force
he's
him.
not one of those people like, oh yeah, I want to drive
No,
yourself.
fuck that. I'd force him.
He's like,
you ought to see. I shoved like 6-year-olds and everything.
and it
Start the fucking car up.
He already has this mentality. It's so funny. We're at a car meet today, out in Celebration, and there was a Bugatti there, the $1.5 million Bugatti, and he was taking pictures of stuff. And I know this is not like him, but I asked him. I said, "Do you want me to take a picture of you in the car?" He goes, "I don't want to take a picture in front of something I can't afford." And I'm like, "Damn."
Well, I'm going to be honest.
He goes, "Give me time." And he goes, "Give me time." I go,
if you can encourage him to use his fucking brain and don't buy a goddamn Bugatti.
Well, no, we wouldn't.
Just
oh my God, no.
Just the fact, even if you could afford it.
No, sorry, Bugatti.
No, fuck Bugatti. Fuck Bugatti. I'm going to tell you now.
No.
When someone tells you it's $24,000 to change the oil,
no.
You tell them to go suck your dick sideways like a harmonica.
I
say that. American Savage has a shirt coming out that says "Suck my cock sideways like a harmonica."
$24,000. I take it to my homie Bo on Powers Drive, and I get that shit changed for $150.
$24,000 for a fucking oil change.
Yeah, no.
You can't explain that to me.
Island thing I'll tell you about, and people used to laugh at me because when I had my first Porsche in the garage, my daily was a $400 Honda Civic. I didn't give a shit. I'm from the islands. If it rolls, we roll it. Of course, you want something nice for the weekend, like you have your Lambo and you have your work truck and everything. So I didn't care. So it's funny. We were just talking about this the other day, and someone said, "If I gave you this amount of money, what car would you buy?" I said, "What car?" I said, "Bro, I buy like 22 cars." From old things to something a little newer.
Exactly.
Because in the islands, I saw my grandfather do this. We get her to school in the morning, jump in one car, out of gas. Fully, give me the keys for that car. We jump in something. This is an Irishman, but with the accent. Give me the keys for that car. We jump in. Oh God, I ain't changed the transmission on this one yet. Give me the keys for that car. My grandfather had like four cars, and then jump in. So I always had that mentality. Yes, you want to. I don't get a nice car to show off to people. I get a nice car for my life. My weekend, my fun.
Exactly.
When the garage door comes up, it's like, yeah, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And they call me Fire and Ice because during the week, I mean, even my pickup truck or the SUV just. But when the weekend comes, or if you say we're going for a run, something else changes.
Exactly. Exactly. But one thing I have to say that
I would never buy a Bugatti. No.
I have no stake in your place of business, none. But it does hurt me to go in there and only see a Porsche flag hanging in the restaurant.
Well, I could put a Lambo.
If we gotta get a Lambo, I'm gonna buy you a Lambo flag. I'm gonna buy you a Lambo flag. I gotta have it. I'm gonna bring it in there so that way I feel like
because we are car themed.
Home. I feel like I'm home.
There's
when
a sticker on the back door that says Mercedes parking only. This we put up on others will be towed.
And you own the Porsche.
We have Mercedes too.
Oh, okay with that.
And then we put an M4 sticker on the front of the window because our buddy Mike Malazzi likes some more installations. Like, I mean, My brother.
Yeah, no, shout him out.
He
Shout him out.
works on
Support him.
all of my cars, and I give him headaches, and he never just wavers. Like last night, so it's something we wanted to do to the Mercedes.
Right.
Ordered this expensive lowering module that you can do from the steering wheel to lower your car. Like
Holy shit.
right?
Okay.
It came and they didn't send instructions to it. Right? Mike was like, it's bothering me. He's doing research at home in his house. Meanwhile, the guy runs his business, 6 days a week, has a family, gets home. Last night, it's like 9 o'clock. He's like, hey, if you want, I'll meet you at the shop. We can get this done. I was like, no, bro. So instead, I meet him there at 6:30 this morning so Mike, but yeah, it's
no, exactly. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Yeah. I get off topic.
I want you to, no, don't be off topic. I want you
so
to say
we put a sticker on the door. Because the M4, because he has one of his cars, the M4, and I put a sticker on the door, just like so bring the damn Lambo flag. Hell yeah.
Yes, I'll bring it. I just want to see that way when I go in there. The Raging Bulls there.
For the cafe,
what do you need?
What I really would like is a picture framed of you struggling with 485.
Yeah, the fuck. He just called me out again. 485. The fuck. I'll struggle with 4. I'll fucking die under 515 is what I'll do.
Get Fuel Cafe where dreams are met.
You didn't need to upgrade him to 8 eggs.
I gotta upgrade.
Yeah.
My protein and my protein content's not high enough.
But no, so
okay.
Bring the flag.
Now let's figure out.
From now on, when he comes in,
8 eggs.
More! He needs to start.
She gotta slap herself. She gotta slap herself.
How many eggs you want, bitch?
Yes. If she calls me a bitch, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fucking put 10 on that fucker. You don't know me. You don't know me, son.
The cafes are home, bro.
But I'm telling you, guys, literally, seriously, I love coming over there. The food, just the fact that it's fresh made food. I know it's not processed.
Yeah.
I know it's fucking. I literally watch the eggs get cracked. Like I watch the veggies get scooped.
And as far as like our food shopping as well, everything is we spend the extra money, like you're saying, the prices.
Mm-hmm.
We spend the extra money to get the cleanest food, the cleanest vegetables, the halal chicken, the humanely slaughtered meats and stuff like that. So we go the extra mile to do that, and that's all Jen's, man. This is.
Listen,
Jen,
I'm telling you, the moment, the first time, like I knew you had to play. Like I kept thinking about it. I was like, I kept saying, get fuel.
And we don't promote it as much as we should, honestly, which is a disservice to us because my son's teacher the other day, she goes, "Oh, I thought it was a gym you guys had. What the fuck?"
Well, I've already told you we need to start a gym.
Yeah.
And you've seen the picture of what I have. I don't have much. I fucking donate it all. I want a fucking gym where I can go in and slap myself and not scare people. That's the problem I have.
Let's get to 505.
Let's get 505 first. So I got to calm back down. She said, get 505 and we'll talk about the gym, motherfucker. She said, you're lightweight.
Christ.
Fuck lightweight.
But no, see, fitness, I mean, like,
do you know it's 0.5%?
What's that?
Of the world can bench 400.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, and?
So it's like 0.1 can do 5%. It's point.
Oh, Smokey.
It's like 0.1. It's all victories go small. 0.1 that benches 500. And she just called me out. She said, she literally just called me a bitch without calling me a bitch.
You realize.
That happened.
Yeah.
That happened.
Unapologetically savage.
And I like it. And I'm telling you, it's happening. That's going to be the female.
Even like Ted Koppel. Do you realize?
It's 4% of the population.
Give me some. I'm gonna drop some fucking knowledge.
I will drop knowledge. Don't get me going. Because we'll talk about the world being flat. We'll talk about producer. Can you? We'll start talking about the world being flat, and I'll fry your brain. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go in on that.
Okay, Kyrie.
It is flat.
Man, here we go.
Bro, it's flat. It's flat.
This
whiskey full of flat asses.
No, it's flat. Listen,
all right.
I'm real quick, and then we'll get back to fitness because now we're going to fit this shit into math. It's 8 inches of curve per square mile.
Are we talking about a penis?
No, that would be man logic.
Okay, and that ends the Christian episode of Lambodiaries.
If you followed along,
offers will be dropped off and canceled.
It's
8 inches,
8 inches of curve per square mile.
I'll let y'all handle this topic.
If the world is 26,000 miles around, right? That's a lot of dick. You can literally see. You could see the curve just standing at the ocean, looking left to right.
But you cannot see the end of the ocean.
There is.
You know why? It goes.
No, it doesn't.
What happened to what the bloody satellite show?
Do me a favor and Google images of a satellite.
Oh, fuck me.
You'll never get a real image. What? It's
So
always,
you tell me that thing.
you'll
with the
never get an
that
image.
Earth is round ain't true. We're
Honey,
just a square.
here's what I'm going to tell you. No one
Columbus
said
thought
that.
it was
No one
flat.
said that. No one said it
Yeah,
was
but among
square.
all the good deeds he did.
No one said it was square. Listen, see, here's the problem with flat Earth. People instantly want to find a way to make fun of it.
Mhm.
Oh, it's square. Oh, it's a pancake. It's easy to make fun of something, but it's not easy to disprove flat Earth. So if you Google images of satellite, you'll never get a real image of a satellite from space. They can never show you that. Ever. When a weather balloon can go up 125,000 feet and it sees a flat horizon, flat, no curve, right? But yet they try to tell you the ISS sees a curve, but they never show you the landmass below. It's always clouds. Now, what I want you to do tonight, if you can, if the moon's out, I don't know, is I want you to walk outside and I want you to see the moon. I want you to see how big the fucking moon is. Then I want you to Google the image from the moon of the Earth, right? And then I want you to use common sense logic. And I want you to imagine how big the moon's supposed to be. It's only a quarter the size of the Earth, right? Why is the Earth so goddamn small from the moon, but the moon's so big from the Earth? Common sense will open your brain. You have to be undoctrinated to understand you've been lied to. Do you know Universal Studios?
Yeah.
Before we ever went to the moon, had an image of the world as a globe. And they could tell you what it looks like. Before we ever went. Well, how the fuck would they know what it looks like?
Only reason. The only reason.
Coming to America.
The only reason I would object to that is because in all of my years in demolition and environmental removal, is I've been veted that I've been in the actual firing rooms at NASA.
You mean vetted?
Okay.
You've been whatever the fuck.
Think where you've been. Think where you've been.
Okay.
Think where you've been.
We were in the firing rooms where it's all live, everything.
But it's NASA.
Well, yeah.
Have you ever watched when they do like their little simulations where things magically fuck? You can watch the green screen happen. You can find this shit all day long. When NASA tells you we haven't been out of low Earth orbit because of the Van Allen belts, then how the fuck do we get to the moon? When you find out the shuttle that supposedly left the moon had 3,500 pounds of thrust to leave the moon, first question you have to ask when you go back to that video is who the fuck was holding the camera zooming up when it fucking left? That's the first fucking. That's another one.
I've got even something.
When there's no fucking markings on the moon, but a man can magically leave a footprint. But when you see the spacesuit from the bottom and it's got two circles on the shoe and the fucking print is fucking straight lines. It's too easy to start disproving. We've never been to the moon.
That's for another episode.
So,
that's a whole nother episode.
That's a very big brain topic.
So we'll go back to 3,500 pounds, and that brings us back to fitness. Because one day,
hold on.
This next episode of Conspiracy and Whiskey.
No, hold on. This is a good one. So you've had apparently a lot of time to think about this and figure it out and put it all together in your head, but you still can't live 505.
God
shut the
damn.
fuck up.
all right, I'm lightweight. Lightweight, baby.
Until next time.
You can't figure that out.
All right.
So, one thing I do want to touch on real quick. People have like this perception of bodybuilders being like just fucking fucked up people in the head, right? Like they think we're just fucking bananas. Like, why do you go in there and lift these crazy weights? Like, what makes a person want to strive for this, to do this?
I think that to be a bodybuilder, I think you have to be a little batshit crazy.
You fucking have to.
Because who is going to dedicate that much time in picking things up and putting them down? Number two,
Hulk smash.
Bodybuilders bodybuild because it is an art. It is a challenge. It is a way for you to literally take yourself and put it on a pedestal, and you're going to say, what can I do with this? What can I do with this? Every person in the world can be a bodybuilder if they wanted to.
Amen.
Because you have to work for it. And yeah, the whole steroid this, blah, 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 blah. Just because you're taking
Steroids don't make you big.
it's
the work
an
ethic.
enhancement. It doesn't do the work for you.
Doesn't do it.
I love it when people say,
If I took steroids, I'd look like that. No, you wouldn't.
or is there
No,
some,
you wouldn't.
is there
Because you don't have our work ethic.
No, you
is
wouldn't.
there some pill I can take where I can just get lean and shredded?
And the
I don't
funny thing
have
is, you
to
said
do
work
nothing.
ethic. Today, my daughter posted, I don't have my daddy's money. I have my daddy's work ethic.
Yep, there you go.
And my
that
daughter
has
is
more
a
value.
fucking beast. My daughter, I have 2 older daughters,
Yeah.
and they both fucking work out. They both fucking train. They were both in the military. One's a firefighter. The fact that you said that.
Yeah.
So it's just funny to me that you said that, because one's going to go to Thailand and do Muay Thai training in Thailand. And it's just funny that you said that. It's just like, because they bust their fucking asses.
Yeah.
And these
Good time.
are young girls. And the fact that you're a woman and you busted your fucking ass and you made it and you got a fucking pro card and you did shit men would only dream of being where you were. It's absolutely astonishing and amazing, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
And when I seen you rip and shredded in that goddamn poster in y'all's fucking restaurant, I literally walk in and say, shame. Can I have 6 eggs and some veggies, please? Shame. Can I get a Coke to go with that?
I love it when my kids, when I first got into it, they're like, "Why do you look in the mirror so much?" They're like, "Bodybuilders are so vain." I said, "It's not vanity.
No,
It's judgment.
you're beating yourself up every time you
You're
look
like,
at
you're
it.
like, is what I'm doing, is the work I'm doing, is it working?
You're critiquing yourself.
Did I do enough?
Yeah.
You
Like,
shit
I
on
think
yourself.
one time you caught me looking in the reflection at Wawa. I was going into coffee, and he started chuckling at me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing at? He's like, you were looking at yourself going into Wawa. He goes, I know what you're looking at.
I see myself in every fucking reflection.
Said, you were looking at the lines in your legs when you walk. And I was like, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's not a vain thing at all.
It's
not for I can't say that for every fitness person.
Some people are very vain.
Just douchey, just vain, and that comes, honestly, the more vain and douchey they are, honestly, I think it stems from insecurity.
Absolutely.
It's very insecure.
And we are all insecure in some way, shape, or form.
1000%.
But when and like you're saying, when I was bodybuilding, the better I got, the more I look at myself, because I'm, like you said, I'm sculpting. I'm like, okay, am I with proportion? Am I proportion? And I'm looking, and it would motivate me, and I wouldn't think I was better than anyone else. And I actually applauded everybody up. Before I did bodybuilding, I used to go to bodybuilding shows, and whether you were a lightweight, bantamweight, whatever, I thought everyone on that stage was a superhero, man or woman. And I never thought I'd be able to do that. I'm like, first off, I'm not going up there in those little skinny things. Second off,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be hard for me to strap a Speedo on and get on fucking stage. That would be hard for me.
Second, well, now there's classic physique, so you can wear, like, a little bit lower. And you have men's. Can you picture him doing men's physique?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do that out loud.
You laughed at me. But what I want to tell you is literally like some.
I meant for the board shorts. I would picture you in the.
And I can't. I would have an issue.
Look,
I would have an issue because
you know what? I had to do one to get over the issue.
But my thing is, like, literally, like, well, let's just fucking be real. When you get fucking nervous, things fucking shrink.
So,
for me, listen, you don't understand.
You're looking at your muscles, not your.
I understand, but that would fuck with me. Not because I'm like worried of something.
But it was just
I would feel like people were looking at me like and judge me.
They'd be like, dynamite, no wick.
But what you gotta understand, I'm a blower, not a shower, motherfuckers. I wake up long hard. During the day, it's like turtle head.
Again, long dick chronicles over here.
So the point is, like, it's very. You have to humble yourself above and beyond to walk on that goddamn stage, because you are showing every fucking flaw known to man.
And you're subjecting yourself to 5 or 6 people to say, no, you're not good enough. Move out.
Who don't look nothing fucking like you. Can you fucking imagine that? No, hold on. Now, it's like I'm gonna be fucking so humble and so real right now, right? Like, I feel like I'm a decent looking man. I feel like I carry myself well. I feel like my what?
That's like
the chick I give you some pussy.
My point is
that's like a weight loss doctor telling a fat person they're fat.
Exactly.
It's like
when I see some of these judges that I've seen on the bodybuilding stage, I'm like, bro, you got some fucking nerve to talk about anyone on that goddamn stage.
Now, most of them have done it, and we know
Yeah. And they've
many that
competed
were
and stuff
very,
like that.
very successful bodybuilders and stuff. I think I know one show I did Kentucky Muscle a few years back, and the girl that gave me my critique, she was a women's physique pro. You know what her critique was for me? You didn't move your hair.
The fuck's your hair got to do?
You did not move your hair, so I could not see your back. I'm like, you telling me I traveled all this way to be in a show that they told me I was way too big. That's when I transitioned to bodybuilding because they said I was way too grainy and all that for women's physique. And I said the one critique you gave me was not about my shape, my conditioning. I need to be harder, less hard, softer. I didn't move my hair, and I was like, I expected more coming from a current pro that competes to this day to say, give me a genuine critique. And you didn't move your hair, so I couldn't judge it back. I was like,
I dated a woman's fitness model one time. Didn't last long.
well, clearly.
Had nothing to do with insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't stand. I'm the type of man, if I'm with a woman, I don't want you showing off everything you have.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's for me.
Okay.
I couldn't handle emotionally for her the attention. Had nothing to do with the bodybuilding aspect.
Yeah.
Right.
Had to do with the nonstop male fucking the creeps. The
But
fucking
that was her fault that
hey.
she's entertaining it.
But she did.
Okay.
And that's what bothered me. So we parted on good ways. And I told her, I said, listen, this ain't for me. It's like, I love you as a person. I love you as a human being. I can't travel down this road with you because for you to do what you want in life, you have to acknowledge the attention. And it's not, I can't. But it was a boundary. It wasn't an insecurity. It was a boundary.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand. There's a difference between insecurity and boundaries.
So I especially when I was like deep into competing and I was looking the way I was looking, I would have women say, why do you have to dress like that? And I would say, because I can.
Exactly.
I work for this.
Exactly.
I work for this.
If you work for yourself, then anyone you meet in your life that comes to you and wants to be a part of your life, they have to accept your life. Because life is about your happiness. It's not about, if I was to meet you and we were to go down this path together, your happiness is number one. Your goals in life is number one. Now you can merge those together, but your happiness still has to, if you don't love yourself and you're not happy with yourself, you can't fucking love and be happy with nobody else.
Facts. I preach this all the time.
And this is why I struggle in relationships. I'm so fucking hard on myself. I'm so beaten up on myself because I feel like I should be bigger. I should be more cut. I should be more financially stable. I should have fucking more in life. But I don't realize I've been fucking broke. I've been fucking homeless. And I own a goddamn Lamborghini and I still sit around and tell myself, you're not enough.
Because you don't settle.
I want more. I want fucking more.
You know, you're appreciative. You're appreciative. I can tell you're an appreciative person. Like, see,
I'm very appreciative.
Like the one thing when you post in front of the house is like, this is not my house, but one day I will. That's setting a goal, and that's putting it out in the universe, and that's letting people know that, you know, hey,
the fact that you brought up that post, I love you.
I saw
you fucking know, and you remembered that fucking post.
I feel like shit, I don't even follow you.
You fucking don't. I sent you a fucking friend request. Didn't fucking accept it. She's like, this fucking creep.
Did you really?
I really did.
On Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook. Yes. Because he tagged you in the American Savage clothing line, and you put fire marks on his goddamn comment. So I friend requested
Jen
you.
Sweeney would like this. When you,
Yeah. And you know what happened? You said, fuck that cracker. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said it. She's calling me a cracker. You can say cracker and not get banished, but if they didn't word, you're fucked.
Just don't say jive turkey.
Don't say jive turkey.
I have like 999 friend requests, and they're all from creepy men.
I'm not creepy.
No.
I'm not creepy. I spend money. I'm hungry. I'm fat.
Daddy, he spends money.
I'm hungry.
Like these shorts have a little chair.
In my head, I heard, I'm hungry.
Honestly, I didn't see it.
Right.
I honestly got not see it. But no.
It's all good. I'm having fun. That tells you how real this shit is. That tells you how real it is. We just go all in.
You know what? The great thing about people like us is, you know, we don't surround ourselves around people that are negative or haters. And he'll tell you, like, I have very few female friends because most people cannot understand, accept people that are unapologetic, that are real, that will tell you how it is. he knows for a fact if I'm fucking up, I expect him to tell me. I expect that out of him.
And if he doesn't fucking tell you, shame on him.
Yes. No,
No, I believe you. No,
trust me.
bro, you checked the shit on your. You said, did you get your fucking blood
I'm
work?
like, look, man.
Like it was like
The man
11:45 p.m.
straight out this
It was
grenade, let me tell you.
11:45 p.m. He said, did you fucking get your blood work checked? And I'm like, bro, I'm still at work. What the
that
fuck,
means
bro?
I fucking care.
Questions closed.
Exactly. And he knows if I'm passionate about something, I will bitch and fuss to no end until I convince him, hey, this needs to happen.
But yeah, and that goes like as far as like it would keep going back to the fitness thing. She even when she was dealing with her blood clot and stuff like that, and coming out, and they have to take time off, and you might not compete again. When the doctor gave her the go ahead, I mean, she was all in. Some days I almost had to pull the reins back. I'm like, hey, easy, Tiger.
Well,
and she like, it's like that's how she built her business. That's how she built her demolition business. That's how she is the creator of Get Fueled. And that's man. So yeah.
But so when I got diagnosed with my heart condition January last year, you talk about getting straight slapped in the face with a reality check.
Fuck.
That you can't. And I've been natural since August of 2022. I still had to. I was just going to come off a year and just get my health back. I had no idea of my heart condition and all this kind of stuff. And he'll still catch me to this day. Well, can I? No. And he literally gets. I think that's probably the maddest he gets at me is when I sit there and I'm like, well, what about it? No.
I'm not only your business partner. I'm your trainer.
Yeah.
I'm your coach.
Oh, you're also
too.
my best friend.
Yeah. So it's like,
And that's why it was very
I gotta
important
keep-
for
I
me
gotta
to
keep
have
her-
both of you
Thank
together.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
that there was a best friend relationship.
Oh,
I knew. And that's why it was very important for me. It was very important for me.
Listen.
You just call me motherfucker.
And you owe
Sometimes-
$40. I've heard it 3
Yeah.
times say you owe $40. And if he gets his ass whooped today, I promise you, I will look the other way with 7 chuckles. After 7 is disrespectful.
Anywho, I'm about to go take a nap because the alcohol's got me.
No, but like seriously though, when I got that diagnosis, and I have a huge long road ahead of me of my recovery, and people ask me to this day, oh, what are you doing? Oh wow, you look so much more feminine. He actually wanted me to do a feminine transformation because I was veiny and grainy and I had the short hair. Everybody's like, oh, why'd you cut your hair? Well, honestly, because I did so much steroids over the years that the shit fucking fell out because of uneducated coaching, not from him, but you know what I'm saying? So I've had to literally like reverse everything. So now when I can't push
Thank you
that
for saying that.
Now look at that. It's real.
now, yeah, right. There ain't no extensions there. I can't. I know.
You might want to fix that.
I can't push that 275. And to this day, I get
So-
fussed at because I'm sitting there thinking I'm still doing.
You
doing
still want
everything
that heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
So the days.
So
that
when you took gear, what was you taking?
like Ronnie said, you little testy. No, I'm kidding.
No, I mean I'm curious. I'm curious.
What were you taking before I started coaching?
What was women take? What do women take?
Well, I don't know what other women.
No,
And-
what just on just
most
from average.
Most females Winstrol, Proviron, and Anavar. Those are all oral.
Winstrol is normally a cutting agent, correct?
It depends on what.
But
you're
where your
using
body
for.
fat is and stuff.
Yeah.
I
like that,
tried
right?
Winstrol
Like
and
like
my
an
fucking
like an
joints
overweight
dried
person.
up and it hurt like hell.
When you have like overweight people just message you, hey bro, I'm reading. What do you think about me taking Winstrol? I'm like, no offense, you're 300 plus pounds. That's not a cutter. It's not a fat
Right.
burner.
You need a zipper.
When you
No, I'm curious. I mean, I'm literally like people. I'll be honest with you, people are curious.
Yes.
People are
So-
curious.
You want me? Should I like
and
give
with-
them the real?
Be real.
The real before me.
Before, yes. So when, and I won't name names, but when I remember Ferlan seeing me at a show, and he looked at me with concern and sadness because he knew how hard I worked. He'd seen me in the gym. He knows me as a person, and I never quite understood why it would like him seeing me would make me happy, make him happy, but I could tell there was something wrong, and it was because I looked sick. My skin changed. My eyes were yellow. My hair was falling out. I just looked unhealthy.
And she wasn't in condition for all the shit she was
Yeah.
taking, stuff she was taking. She wasn't in
I
condition.
mean,
So when you see your friend, but I'm not the type of person. If you have another coach, I'm not gonna be like, man, what's your coach doing? You should be doing this. I've never been like that. No competitor can ever say I've stepped on a coach's toes.
No.
If a competitor sees me in the gym and they're like, hey man, so I'm doing this, what does your coach think?
Yeah.
And if I know the coach personally, I'll reach out. I'm like, hey, so and so is asking me this. Is it okay if I pose with them or whatever? I never interjected.
Right.
I would just be like, one time she said what she said, I was like, God.
I mean, like I've taken tests in trend. You know what I'm saying? Like I've taken that. You know what I mean?
Test, Tren, Masteron, Anadrol, B&P, Clenbuterol, Anavar, Winstrol,
All at the same time.
Halo testing.
I mean, right now I feel like I need a loan.
Proviron. I mean, and then
a lot of those things females should not be
growth
taking.
hormone.
Right, females should not take
growth.
Right.
I was taking so much growth hormone at one point I couldn't even close my hands. I was taking gabapentin to offset the neurological pain that growth hormone does to you.
Yeah.
So,
and I saw her at a show, and I said, "Man, what the hell are you?" That's when I had a supplement company, and I'm at the booth. I'm not gonna say what you're saying. And her face just looked pale and everything, and I'm like, "What are you taking?" And she told me in loud. I was like, "God!" And I embarrassed her.
Enough
I
for a
didn't need
horse.
to. It just shocked me. And I used to be like, and we had friends who would say, "Man, if I just wish Jennifer would use you as a coach." You know, man, if Jennifer ever got with you as a coach, and I'm not the greatest.
And
I've been taught by some of the greatest.
Right.
But it's if you just get with, you know, with somebody who can look. And the first thing I'm like, well, you're not doing this.
But what did I tell you?
I went to her doctor's appointment with her.
Yeah.
I went to her doctor's appointment with her because I also wanted to like understand where because he's into fitness as well too.
Right.
And I sat down and I was like, okay, so and he's like, and then when we left, he texted me. He's like, I'm glad you have this guy as your coach now because he gets it. You know, bodybuilding is only so much of your life, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so when she got shredded, she wasn't eating a ton of food.
Yeah.
And as far as Anavar is usually a steroid of choice for females. Anavar
is only female.
And
Yes.
Novodex, we did tamoxifen. And her
I
cardio.
didn't even talk about the blockers I did.
And yeah, but that was what we did with that. And then cardio. Her hit cardio was you know, that was it.
Yeah.
And then eating, and then her body just kept getting better and better and better. And
Like
she looked healthy. She had energy. We didn't use any prescription diuretics.
Sick, and on top of that, I was dealing with blood clot in my kidney.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done tests and trend. Like I don't give
That's
a fuck. Oh, we've done baby steps. But
that's why you ain't fit 505.
Oh, the fuck! The fuck! What do I gotta eat a horse? So I've done gear, and like I said, and people want to talk shit and be like, oh well, yeah, like you said earlier, oh if you're not on, you're on fucking steroids. If I take steroids, people don't understand it's the fucking work ethic behind it. I still gotta fucking bench that 315 for 15 to 20, or I gotta find a max rep of 6 fucking reps and fucking hammer. Like today, I did, not only did I do 315 for sets of 10 to 15, I also did 405 for fucking 8. Like I'm repping 405 for 8. It's not 505. I fucking know what you're gonna say.
Hold on, cut.
So I started off with Old Smoky whiskey. Honestly, I'm not a whiskey drinker at all. Absolutely can't stand it. Until I ended up with Old Smoky. The first one I tried was salted caramel. And I could not believe that somebody actually made a whiskey that was so smooth that didn't just have that redneck, no offense, kick you with the cowboy boot in the ass flavor. You know what I mean? Like all whiskeys always seem to taste the same. I don't care. You can mask the bottle, whatever brand you want. Someone gave me a glass of Old Smoky salted caramel, and I was hooked. And from that point on, I've tried all their flavors. The only one I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of is pecan, and just because I don't like pecans. So that's where I ended up with the Old Smoky whiskey. It's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, go out and buy you a bottle of your drinker. You will not regret it.
You guys can pick up. Okay. So people ask me all the time, they're like, what he was saying, people were saying to him, I wish you would coach Jen. I wish you would coach Jen. I actually wanted him to coach me very early on. And you want to know the real reason why I never approached him?
What's that?
I didn't think I was good enough.
Shit.
I did not think, because I always seen the caliber of athletes that he put on stage. And I would always see him in this amazing condition. I'm like, my body's not capable.
You're not ready.
It's not capable. And when I finally I forgot how the conversation started. I don't even know. I think I ran into him at the gym and we just started talking. And he's like, you know what, sweetie? He's like, you just don't look healthy anymore. He's like, how do you feel? And I was like, honestly, I really wish you would just give me an opportunity and coach me. And he's like, give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
He's like,
I was like, what am I gonna kick his ear?
I'm not worthy.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, give me the opportunity.
honest to God, I didn't think, I'd never thought like he would entertain the
And what
idea
I
of
said
coaching
was
me.
my words. I was like, it would be an honor. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
And and what made it even more special is that we've always been very, very, very good friends. And every time we would run into each other, or I would train in a gym in his side of town, I'd always be like, all right, where's Ferlan? At the bodybuilding shows, because I worked all the shows. I would always have to get my selfie with him, you know. But one thing I can say is that all of the preps and all of the years that I did do it, I had the most fun. It was the hardest for me as health because all the dumb shit I did before that finally caught up and it backfired. So it was just felt like one obstacle after another that he just attacked, addressed, and handled, and we just kept going. And I remember being up on the Tampa Pro stage, and I'm not going to go tell that story about your water bottle incident. I'm not going to tell that story. All I wanted,
the water bottle.
So I was in dead center, and
meaning first place.
Yeah, I was in the middle, and then the adrenaline kicked in, and my leg wouldn't stop shaking. It was just how I was going. But they had messed up my music, so I was already stressed out. They reversed the way things went, which is no excuse. I didn't, according to the head judge, deserve to be in the center. So they moved me out of first.
No, the head judge was probably giving head.
Well, I can't.
I'll say that.
We have athletes and shit.
He probably drives a Ford. It's okay.
So, anyways,
my grandfather told me any man who drives a Ford would definitely suck a dick. That's what he told me. Grandfather knowledge. It's not my fault. It's grandfather knowledge.
I had an F-150.
Anyways.
At one point in time.
Yeah, well, I had an F-350, so I definitely.
At one point in time, she had three.
I know. I definitely sucked dick is all I said.
She definitely sucked dick. And she's allowed. She's like, I noticed I said any man that drives a Ford.
My kids will not be watching this.
No one said that any woman drives a Ford can't suck dick. They can suck all the dick they want. So, Ice Cube said it best. Big dicks in your mouth bad for your health. As a man.
So when I get moved to the second spot, I hear motherfucker, and he throws his fucking water bottle.
I was backstage. So I'm looking at it from the side of the stage.
I'm like this. I'm like this. My face just went like this. It went
because
it was a redemption show.
It was and that's the best she's ever looked. People were stopping her.
Ever.
Judges were stopping her. I don't know who that was.
Judges were calling him, asking him what he did different with me.
Yeah, leading up to the show because she posts videos on Instagram. Like big time judges, like bodybuilding judges, they're calling me, what's going on with Jen? So I got a girl I'm helping. How can you give me some insight?
Yeah. Nice.
You see how I boosted your business, you ungrateful fuck.
Yes.
Listen, when this is fucking over, we're going to schedule a day. I need the fucking 5:15 so you stop picking on me.
Anyways,
I'll come to the house and spot you.
No,
please.
I'm not gonna bring the
but force me, slap me, make me fucking work.
EOS and lift.
Why?
He's like a real gym.
I need to yell. I need to get hit.
I think it'd be funny.
Like when I'm sitting at before I get under the bar, slap. Let's get kicked out of a Planet Fitness.
Let me finish my damn story.
I actually like Planet Fitness.
So, anyways, long story short, I end up getting second in that show.
So wait, so she's backstage. I'm backstage. So she's in the center, and then they move her over to the out of center. And I was like, and I slammed the bottle. But it wasn't, I wanted this so bad for her. I know where she came from. And this was redemption. She had a look that nobody has seen on her ever. She was pumping up backstage. Everyone's like, is that Jen? Just, and then they moved her out and I slammed the water bottle. It was an out of character moment. And then the expediter back, you're looking, I was like, sorry.
So what's funny.
But they heard it in the crowd.
Yes. So what's funny is before I went on stage, he's like, all right, we'll go get you a steak tonight. Because I had to get back on stage for the open the next day, right? So
I said, after the show, we're going to get you a steak, get
something good.
Fats, because she was so peeled to the bone, whatever she ate, her body would just chew it up. So get some, some good calories in there, some fats. And then I said that before she went on stage. So she comes off stage, she goes, when we get that steak, I'm like, you don't get no goddamn steak.
He's like, eat your fucking beef and rice. I was like, okay. He pouted for 2 hours.
This is before the results came out.
Before finals.
Because I'm like, man, they're gonna put her in third
he shunned
or fourth
me for 2 hours, like an asshole, and I'm just sitting there.
I didn't shun her. I went into the next room. I went into the next room, and I was just sat
He
there.
fucking shunned me.
This is why he's had a black eye a couple
Yeah.
times when I've seen him.
So anyhow, we go to finals, and I'm just like,
The day before a show, mean to cut you off. The day before of a show, whoever is
This
on
is
stage,
best friend arguments, and I love
whoever
it.
is on stage, it doesn't matter if I have one client in the show or 9. It's me up there when they're up there.
Yeah,
I am just
you
as proud.
feel
good,
attached.
I feel like I did something wrong.
You fucked up.
Yes. So when that happened, I'm like, damn, but she looked great. But then her legs started shaking. I'm like, so I didn't talk to her for like 2 hours.
Because she had the twitch?
Yeah, whatever. But that didn't make a difference. So the nighttime comes, right? And they're doing the awards and shit. Third place. And they didn't call her, and she's still standing on stage. I was like, ah! So when she got second, I was still happy. You know, she should have been first, but she got second. I was so happy. I was like, top 2, hell yes, redemption show. And then she comes back around the corner, trophy. I was like, hey! She goes, get your goddamn hands off.
He goes, let's go get that steak. I said, fuck you, I'll eat my rice and ground beef.
I'm going to fuck himself.
I did not go get a
She
steak.
put my hand away. And then she calmed down, and she was happy.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm like, you're an asshole.
Then she calmed down, and then we took pictures, and she was happy. But at first, I was like, hey, like joking, saying, forget about it.
Then he goes, so how's that check's mine, right?
I was like, yeah, she had this check. I was like, how'd that check mine? But no.
So what's the check like?
It's blacked out on Instagram.
It's that small blacking out.
But people think it's almost like people think like when you make it to the NFL, they're like, oh man, you're making millions. You know what I'm saying? First, you got to make the roster.
Yeah, because the NFL is like $100,000.
Unless you're a high paid like quarterback,
right?
Wide receiver,
somebody's name getting fucking capitalized.
Defensive lineman or defensive end or somebody got an offense that you're up there. Other than that, you're making like the league minimum, which is still gree money.
Listen,
but they're
thinking, to the fucking
they're thinking you're gonna buy Rolls Royce, you're gonna buy 10 houses. No, dude. Like,
I bought a Big Mac.
So I remember when I turned pro in bodybuilding, and today's day I have competitors that come to me, they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna push my body until I get to turn pro bodybuilding, making the big bucks."
The big bucks,
bro. Listen here,
let's get some endorsements. Let's rookie. Hook me the fuck up.
Unless you're top 10 in the world, right? Or you have major endorsements, and with the age of social media, you can make your money in online coaching, which is great,
right?
You're not making any money. It's being
you're nobody.
You're making a pro bodybuilder. So people think, oh man, when they see like, oh, you got a check and you $10,000 for a check, and they're like, 10,000, that's it. I'm like, dude,
but you know what? You know what's amazing?
Yeah, that's high in some divisions.
The brutal punishment that people don't know.
Yeah.
The sacrifice that you fucking put in, the abuse to your body, your family life, your time,
oh my God,
your mental stability, to get that tiny check. You spent that getting there.
Listen.
No, wait. Hold on. No.
I said something one time on an interview.
Ask us both the same question. Knowing what you know now, would you do it all over again? Ask him first.
No.
You wouldn't do it again?
No. I would still work out. And I would still be into fitness, and I would still want to help others and be a coach and everything like that. But I wouldn't have taken one single steroid shot. I look back at my body like dysmorphia. I didn't know how genetically gifted I was naturally.
Don't talk about body dysmorphia.
I didn't know
I
look at pictures in high school. I'm like, what the fuck?
The other day, I was in your fucking building.
Yeah.
Me, you, and you. We were all together.
Yeah.
And the guy over there, and I told you, I thought he was bigger than
Paulo, our men's physique champion. Yeah, Paulo's good, big, but Ghost like dwarfs him, like in height and width, and he's like, man, that guy's huge. I'm like,
so just so y'all fucking know how real this is, I'm looking at two of my producers, and I'm literally sitting there telling you, I have body dysmorphia so bad. Like when I see people that are 160 fucking pounds, I feel like they're bigger than me. And I bust my ass. Like I work 10, 12, 14 hours a day and go home and lift.
Yeah.
And I scream and yell and I beat myself up. And I tell myself, you're nobody. You didn't fucking do shit. Shame on you. How fucking dare you quit this many sets in? You're a fucking tiny individual. Shame on you.
Whatever gets you going, man.
Tiny person. And I beat myself the fuck up. And then when I see people,
and people see you like this,
that are 160 fucking pounds, I weigh 240. I bench almost, but ain't 5 fucking 15. I will be there. And if you don't fucking help me get it, Shame on you.
Oh, wow.
Shame on you. Shame on
you
you.
asking a girl for help.
I'm asking a woman for help.
That's right.
Because if she can't slap me in the fucking face
Oh,
before I do my bit, listen, if you don't slap me and almost knock me the fuck
I'll
out,
sit back with the camera
shit,
for that
I
one.
just asked for it now.
slap it, get it in there.
Okay.
Lightweight, baby. If we don't do this,
I'll miss the gym that day. I'll let you.
no, the fuck you won't. If you ain't there to break the weight, then you ain't fucking ever lifted a weight in your life.
I'm the calm one.
So your answer was no?
No, I wouldn't do it again.
You wouldn't do it again.
I would compete. Absolutely. I'd put myself.
But
to
you'd
that
stay all
I would
natural.
push myself as far as I could naturally. Yes, I would. And I think I would stay natural.
And I'll be honest with you, people don't understand the difference between, like, people hearing this won't understand the difference between natural and lifting.
I wouldn't take steroids.
They're going to think steroids give you something amazing. They don't.
No.
They let you recover faster. They help you push further.
They damage your liver.
But they
damage your
fucking
kidneys, they
damage your whole
heart,
goddamn
they
life.
damage your brain. Yeah, it's
They put you in a mental fucking state
Yeah.
that makes you you can't control your mental state. 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad.
So if some people say, so I was in Publix one time, and this girl was like, the cashier, lovely girl, teenager. She goes, "Hey, do you take Trend?" I'm like, "Sure." Oh, that's a steroid. That's illegal.
Bitch, I might go to jail. Is this conspiracy? Are you Rico?
I was competing at the time, so I was still on
Right.
on gear. And I was like, "Whoa, sweetie, whoa!" And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "My boyfriend takes Trend. He's a real asshole." I said, "Time out. Trend doesn't make you an asshole.
No. It enhances who you are.
Enhances who you already are."
And thank you for thank you for saying that.
Because
Because what people don't understand,
Because I take a
if
Trend,
you are a fucking scumbag, it enhances the
your
scumbag.
scummery goes through the roof.
If you are a fucking teddy bear, I promise your teddy bear goes through. You'll cry yourself to sleep by a bonfire with Old Smoky whiskey. That's what you fucking do. That's who you are.
Old Smoky whiskey. He's gonna need a double whiskey if he doesn't let me answer my question here.
So did you ever take Trend?
Absolutely.
Fuck.
Not on the my
Was it God juice? Is it God juice?
No.
It's not God juice. It don't make you go places.
No.
It don't make you get gains.
No, there was nothing for me euphoric about taking steroids.
Nothing. Okay.
Now, would I do?
I hated shooting myself. Even though I was in the medical field, I still start IV.
You don't have it when you stand in the mirror. You got weird knots in your ass cheek. You got shaking like that. Don't look normal.
Oh, okay. See you in a couple days.
All right.
2 days later.
I'm answering my goddamn question.
All right.
I'm sorry. Testosterone took over and men tried to dominate the woman and she slapped us around.
Hell.
Fuck
so, would I do it again? With one contingency.
Oh shit! Oh goddamn! She said yes.
With one contingency.
I'll do it too.
With one contingency, I would have had you coach me completely.
Okay.
Because of the amount of trust and faith I have in him, and the amazing brain and heart and soul that he is. Even though I want to fucking kill him half the time.
That's why I love you guys. That's why I love you guys.
But no,
the fact you complimented him and threatened to kill him at the same time. I love it. I love it.
Honest to God, the biggest victory that I ever got in bodybuilding, and this is bigger than winning my pro card, was seeing how proud he was, because he knew on a personal level what I went through. Most people don't realize what I went through. I went through a big breakup, hella health disorders, a lot of shit. But
the thing is, you went through a mental battle.
Oh yeah.
She went through a fight. She drove almost an hour every morning to come train with me.
Yes.
You had personal life issues. You had everything going on in your world, and you reached for everything you could to save you. But in the end, it was here that saved you. And you had a good-hearted man that wanted to see the best in you.
My post to him, my posing song was about a broken bird with a broken wing. And it's A Bird Set Free is the name of the song. And that was dedicated to him because I was just this random little birdie that landed on his shoulders that he didn't realize was broken. And he pushed me off to make me fly.
My thing here lately. I
love you, man.
Fuck out of here.
So what I'm about to tell you, it's like I need you to understand, like from a woman perspective, a man perspective. My thing lately is, I do.
Oh,
yes.
That's another episode.
Another episode. So my thing is, what I like to tell people is, you have to see life from the bottom and see the beauty of the journey up.
Amen to that.
You were beat up mentally, physically, emotionally from a relationship. It broke you all the way down. You found fitness as your ladder to climb out that depression. You found a savior in someone that wanted to help another. So when you find that in life, you have to embrace it. Don't matter where it comes from. What matters is the end result, the journey, the beauty in the fucking journey. And that's why you two have the connection you have.
Oh, absolutely.
You found the beauty in the struggle. You found the beauty in the bottom.
Beautiful asshole.
Right.
You see that face? He's like,
He's like, no one knows Ferlan like Ferlan.
He's like, bitch, you ain't as pretty as I am.
This is motherfucker. I'll tell you what.
My fucking eyebrows.
You might have a little less body fat, but I still feel good every now and then when I get naked in the shower and sing songs.
Listen. No, but and then one of the other things after her getting the trophy and taking the pictures and everything,
How did you feel?
I felt proud. I felt happy. Even though she didn't get the first, the second place was the first because she looked better than the first place. The girl was just bigger, you know.
Yeah. And they
But
did not move me because of my
They
shaking.
didn't move because
They
of
said I
shaking.
didn't have enough size.
They
I'm
shouldn't
like,
have size for bodybuilding, you know. And the lady had said on the legs. True story. The lady's won a bunch of shows. She's pretty famous, and she was backstage pumping up.
We
And
have it on
I
video.
kept telling Jen, I'm like, she's fucking looking at you. She's scared. So we were off to like her left, and she was pumping up like, and I'm like, this bitch is scared. Excuse my language. I was like, she's scared.
There's no language.
I don't like the B
Fuck
word
shit,
either.
damn,
The B
goddamn,
word.
fuck.
I said, this motherfucker is scared. I was like,
Did I
she's
say them all?
I was like, she's
Fuck
scared
shit,
of you.
damn, goddamn,
So
fuck. I think I
afterwards-
said them all.
And one of the other things, and another thing, like it's
Cock
just-
cunt bitch. I wanted to make sure I got them all in there.
So, and she'll tell you this, and she learned this about me as we got closer as friends. Even though I'm alpha, I like to take a back seat and let my loved ones and my friends shine. And in the lobby after the show, and people were just like, you know, oh my god, I just stood back and smiled. I didn't say like some coaches,
But that's
you know, we did this and she did this, and I stood back and I was just like,
you let her take the glory as you should.
and she didn't learn this about me in the beginning, and she'd say whenever the business came up, even though, you know, we're partners, she created this. I wasn't there when she created this. So I'm always like, Jen did this, Jen did that. She's like, you know, this is our business now too. I said, yeah, but this is your baby, your creation. And another one of our friends, when she learned about me, like as far as how I like to push my loved ones and you get your shine, we have a celebrity friend, and I took him to the gym one day. Not Ronnie, not Spears. another one.
yeah, you bitch.
He's got 2,500
So I
celebrity
took
friends.
this guy to the gym with me, and people were like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And she didn't know me. You don't even remember this. I remember everything. She said, "This must kill you right now." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "You're so alpha. You're used to getting all the attention in the gym." I said, "Not at all." I said, "That's my boy."
I remember.
I said, "That's my boy," and I love
You know
the
what?
fact that he
There's
gets the
nothing
attention.
better
Yeah.
than when an
Yeah.
alpha allows another
Oh
alpha
my
to
God.
get his shine or get her shine.
Because that alpha is secure. There's alphas who aren't secure.
You can be secure as
Yeah,
fuck.
you know,
When an alpha is secure,
oh man,
you will allow another alpha to shine
yeah.
and you will applaud him.
Yeah.
But when you're an alpha and you don't allow another alpha to shine, guess what you are? You're a beta fucking in disguise.
Beta in disguise. Ooh, I like
God damn.
that. An insecure alpha is a beta in disguise.
So
That was officially
with this all being said,
yep.
What could you tell someone that's looking to join fitness, that's looking to get into changing their life?
Mhm.
What can you tell someone that's just starting out? How could you motivate? I want both of you. I want you to reach out to a female audience and tell them what they need to do, the rights, the wrongs, give them a direction. Name drop yourself. Tell them where to find you. Tell them how to find you to get
And she
guidance.
does coaching as well.
And
Lifestyle
if you
and
can guide
competition.
one person in this life, this is what I joke about things my grandfather told me. My grandfather did tell me a couple of real serious things. He said, son, if you can guide someone to live a better life, you will die a rich man.
Okay.
He said, rich isn't about wealth.
Okay.
Rich is about the glory someone obtained from the knowledge you could pass someone.
Knowledge is passed down. Yeah.
So if you could reach one female in the world today, I want you to tell them right now what they could do to change their life.
Number one, love yourself first before anything
God
else.
damn it, that's fire.
Number two, don't let anybody baffle you with bullshit because there's no magic. There's no magic about any of this. All your work is going to be about you. Make sure whoever you do trust, and I tell you, trust with your life, your health, your money, and your happiness. It's like a marriage when you choose somebody to guide you to a bodybuilding stage or to a fitness goal. You're entrusting them with your life because you're going to listen to what everything that person tells you. To make sure you have that connection. Every coach has a different approach, every single one of them. Make sure you do your homework. If you're going to use steroids, go on steroid.com. I have given this website to so many of my girls. I have one that, hey, we're going to pick things up. Absolutely not, baby. We're staying healthy because I'm taking my experiences, and I don't ever want anybody to go through what I went through as far as being misguided. We can talk about men and how to select men on a whole nother episode. But as far as getting into bodybuilding, realize that we're less than 1% of the world that succeed at it. You're going to give up a lot, especially if you're a mother. I did it. 2 businesses I owned while I was doing it. I sacrificed a lot of birthdays, a lot of holidays, a lot of time with my kids, a lot of time with my family. Make sure this is what you want to do, and this is something you want to do, not that someone else is pushing you to get into shape. Make sure it's not your man or your woman saying, hey, maybe you should do this. No, this has to be something you research. Find a real person that you can trust. Find somebody that you can pick up the phone any time of the day and you know they're going to answer the phone. That's what we do. That's what we do. Our clients know we're always here. And you know what? They'll tell you right off the bat, I'm the tough love because I'm the one that I don't hear excuses. I don't listen to bullshit. I don't want to hear wah, wah, wah. I can't do this. This is hard. Then fucking quit and move on and pick another hobby. That is how bodybuilding is. That is the women that get up on that Olympia stage every year. Are you going to get up on that Olympia stage? Probably not. Am I ever going to make it to the Olympia stage? Never dreamed of it. Wasn't even a goal. And when I got that close to making it there, sure, I would have pushed myself a little bit more. But you know what? I didn't, thank God, because I wouldn't be sitting here right now had I not retired. I'd be dead. So listen to my story. If you want help, contact me. IIBB Pro Jen Sweeney on Instagram or at Get Fueled Meals. IIBB Pro Ferlan Bailey on Instagram. Feel free to reach out. If you want real, real's where it's at.
I got nothing. She said it all.
Bullshit.
You said it all.
You tell me
you
right
said-
now
you said it all.
what you would tell a younger version of you.
Oh man. And back then when I was coming up, we had magazines and the steroid encyclopedias.
Jen?
So do your research. I didn't do my research. That was what the gym bro said. Hey man, take some Anadrol. What's that? Look.
Listen, I was told take test, trend, you'll be a god.
Yeah.
Oh, 485. Now
Yeah.
she's making fun of me for fucking 485. Making fun of me. I'm less than 0.5% of the world. She's making fun.
You have the Smithsonian at your fingertips for your phone. There's no excuse why a new person to the industry or to want to compete, you can't do your research. Like Jen said, you may find a great coach, him or her, on your first try. But always listen to your instinct. If something's telling you is off about that coach, then something's off about that coach. The greatest one of the greatest sensories is your own instinct. Do your research. If you want to go into steroids, look up every single steroid there is. Read the ramifications, everything like that. Then when you feel like Jensen, when you find someone, if you have someone as a mentor, talk to them. Who's a experienced coach, reach out, do your research. Instagram is the biggest liar on the planet. You hear me? Rick Ross song, "The Devil Is a Lie." Instagram's a lie.
Fuck Rick Ross a lie. He the police pretending to be a dope boy. Fuck Rick Ross. She was looking at balls and nuts.
All right, guys. So, but
Rick Ross literally on visitation day was looking at dick and balls and assholes. He said cough to the left, cough to the right. He's the boss, all right. He's the boss of the asshole.
Yeah, and and I it's a quick off story. We're talking about this, but I was in the gym one day and I saw a couple of teenagers lifting, and they came over to ask me about leg stuff. And I said, yeah. I said, I said you have to do this. I said, don't believe it. Everything you hear on or see on Instagram. And I named one guy on Instagram that everyone knows the phony. I'm not gonna put him out there.
No, put him out there.
I'm like,
Put him
don't.
out
I said,
Put
don't.
it out
I said,
there. Put
don't.
it out there.
King of diets. I said, don't be like this guy. Tell him you can eat whatever you want. And I said, and they're like, oh my God, bro, that guy's a legend. You're just a hater. That's what the kid said to me.
There's no haters when you have been through
I
something.
said, guys, have a good day. And I just parted like that. This guy's been called out by so many people. He's like, this is how I stay lean, 0% body fat. How the fuck you have 0% body?
0%,
You be dead, motherfucker.
He's
He's
dead.
eating all this fatty
You can't
food,
live that way.
all these burgers. This is what I eat all the time. Leaking. He's got trend sweat. We know what trend sweat
We know
looks
what
like.
trend
He's got
sweat is.
trend
I
sweat on there.
do
But
Motherfucker, you get an episode of Trade Cough when you shoot that shit up?
That's just
I know
going down your leg.
Am I going to stop coughing for
yeah, anybody who knows me, I will never knock another
the
man's
Trade Cough's violence?
Anybody
Yeah,
who knows me, I will never knock another man or woman's hustle unless you're putting other people's lives in jeopardy. And
That's exactly
where,
right.
And you see, and especially with the young men, but especially with the young women who are overweight and they see these so-called Instagram models. I have to be able to look like that. I'm not.
A
good
lot
enough
of
for a
that
man.
shit's
I have stretch
Photoshop.
marks, so I have. Oh my God, I can't show myself. Stretch marks are
Brother.
I got stretch marks, cellulite.
Them IG models are photoshopped in video. I promise you.
Photoshop, insecure.
You can't have that fat of an ass without a stretch mark.
And so, young ladies, this is especially for you.
Thank
Love
you.
yourself. Do your research. Do this for you. Of course, it's good to see a picture of someone and motivate you to do it. But don't think what they're doing in these easy trip workouts they said they're doing. It's not that easy to how they're portraying it. Now there are some naturally gifted females out there who are born genetically with curves, who with low body fat. Yes, but don't fall for these gimmicks and sign up for my program and all this stuff. And it just
If they're taking the money, they're gonna take your heart.
Exactly. Yeah. So do your research. Love yourself. Instinct. Go with your instinct.
With that being said, what I'd like to do is
Hit 515.
Oh, do you see the beat up I get? I've been to 485.
Shots fired.
She's beating the shit out of me.
Well, hey,
If you don't
end the show right there.
don't start lifting with me. If you don't come to the fight,
don't live with weak bitches.
what's your max bench press? Out of curiosity, what's your max bench press?
Honestly,
you probably don't even remember.
What's your max bench press? Out of curiosity, before I end this fucking show.
I don't think I ever maxed. I've done 405 like 8 times. I'm sure you could do more than that. In all seriousness, I don't think I ever maxed. I did lift. So I tried to max one time. That's a true story. This guy, Jason Webb. I don't know where he's at. I haven't seen him in years. It was an old world gym in Orlando on the corner of Kirkman and 50, and he was a power lifter. Didn't train legs at all. Right?
He had California body.
Like, I ain't got real
all upper body.
Big old arms, had dip in his mouth.
Goddamn toothpick
And
slip.
he was and one day, and this is how I know this is not my max.
Right.
And he was getting ready to do 600, and he's like, "Don't you want to feel it?" I'm like, "Nah, not really." So I was in my 20s, probably 26, 27. He's like, "Don't you want to feel it?" I'm like, "Oh, not really." And he's like, come on. And that's the same week I did 405 like 8 times.
Right.
And he lifted that bar off me with 600 pounds. Motherfucker, I thought my shoulder about to blow out the back of me. I was like, pop! So I know 600 is not my max. So yeah, but 405 8 times is the most I've ever done. I'm actually a stronger incline presser than I am on flat bench.
Then you got a hell of an upper chest.
I can do incline.
Your front delts and your upper chest is on fire.
Thank you, sir. 3 weeks out from a
motherfucker, your shirts. Do you see? He made his titties bounce.
That's a push-up, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm about to throw shit at it and watch it bounce off like a racquetball. Do you not flex on me?
So
you're gonna make me pop the top, and I'm sure you got a 6-pack, and I don't.
I'm small. This is a large. Hey, this is a large. No, dude.
He's in a large. I'm in a 2X.
I'm sitting down. You know when you sit down, they sit like, oh.
I'm in a 2X. He's in a large.
That's how you know he's bigger. I'm in a large. He's in a 2X.
He's got. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, I don't want you to flex.
I'm not that. Yeah. So but I flex at home in the mirror, and I still go over my poses, even though But no. Yeah. So yeah. No. I don't know what my max is, honestly. But incline, I would do. It was 3 weeks out from the Tampa Pro, 1 year, and I was on incline doing 365 on incline for reps. But
Nice.
4 or 5 on the 5 bench, I'm like, But incline for some reason,
My
yeah.
biggest
As
problem.
long as
I heard your was pop. I heard your, that's old age creeping in. That's old age creeping in, brother. Did I hear this shit?
I'm smiling like a ventriloquist doll.
But this is one of this literally has been one of the funnest episodes. I ain't cried on this motherfucker.
Well, no, you're gonna cry when you leave. She fucking.
She made fun of me.
But you still ain't in it.
I'm gonna go home and hit this. I'm gonna go home. I did bench this
No,
morning.
don't go home and do that again
Not
tonight,
today.
because then you'll tear something.
Guess what happens when I get home today?
What, you gonna blow your balls out?
You fucking hear this
You're gonna
shit.
be like, I blew my balls out.
I'm gonna show up Monday morning at the restaurant and be like, my balls are at home in the weight room, and it is what it is. So what I want to tell you guys is I want you to find the beauty in the bottom. I want you to find the beauty in.
Thank you.
I want you to find the lowest point that you can find in your life. If you're interested in fitness, you're interested in changing your life. I want you to really look deep inside yourself. I want you to envision the future of what you have for yourself. I want you to envision the future of the body you see of yourself. I want you to train. I want you to focus. And I want you to know tomorrow needs you. No matter how depressed you are.
That's deep. That's deep. Repeat that again, please.
Tomorrow,
that hit me. That hit me.
Tomorrow needs you. Do you know why I say tomorrow needs you? Because so many times I've been so close to taking my own life. I've been so close to calling it quits. I've been so close to feeling like it would be a gift to the world if I just took myself away from it. I've been a good man. I've been a bad man. I've been a horrible man. I've been a man that just was so broken, he wanted the world to shatter around him. And then I woke up and realized I need to be a good man. So what I want you to do is I want you to see this, and I want you to understand. We are 3 people from a different life. We are 3 people that have a shared passion. We are 3 people that wanted better for ourselves, that when we found better in ourselves, we reached out to the next person and said, hey, you can do this too, when they didn't think they had a person to turn to. I need you to understand that it don't matter if you're lifting 5 pounds or 505. If every step is a journey to a better future. Every step is a journey to you inspiring someone else to come along with us.
Amen.
With that being said, I love you, whether you've ever heard that or not. I love you for being you. I want you to have a good night. Sweet dreams. It's the Lambodiaries saying good night.